Okay, I'm just gonna press start streaming. It feels like my camera is off in some way, but I don't really know. Just let me know if anybody is in the chat. Yeah, it's like not focusing. This is such an unfortunate way to start the stream. Sorting out technical difficulties. Fuck, now I have my own voice. Okay. Hello to anybody who is in the stream. Just sorting out some issues with my camera. I don't know what's going on. If you've been in the stream, so you know that the camera frequently has issues. Yo, we got Mango Talks Tech in the chat. What is up, man? I enjoy your videos. How is everybody doing? Drifty Haxo. How is everybody doing? I just gotta do a few things, like tag my Discord. Man, my camera looks like it's off and it is bothering me so much. It's hard to really put into words. Hold on, let me get the chat popped out. That's always important. What are your thoughts on hot swap PCBs being the future? I don't know if they will be, because Asus has a patent on them. And I mean, some Chinese manufacturers don't seem to care about that, but big companies, I don't know what they're going to do about that as long as Asus has the patent on it. So I don't know if they are really going to be the future. Didn't realize you watch my content? Man, I search mouse review on YouTube, and I just watch a lot of videos. That's something I've done like consistently as long as I've been reviewing. So I watch a lot of like, I guess, smaller reviewers stuff. Bro, there are so many technical difficulties. Like the chat is so much more zoomed in because I have a 1440p monitor now. It's like kind of scuffed start to the stream. This is so based. The most based live stream. I was thinking about doing Setup Saturday, but I don't know about that anymore. How expensive is your collection? I did a estimate a few months ago, and it was around like 10,000-12,000, which was really not as much as I thought. But I did give so much stuff away at Boardsy Fest, and I just give away so many mice, so it kind of makes sense. But I was expecting it to be like closer to 20. Is the SkyPad plus CorePads on Starlight 12 decent? I mean, SkyPad with a Starlight, it's just, I don't prefer a pad that fast with a mouse that light, but it works, and CorePads are probably the best option. Wait, just read that one. Beardsy, dude, my facial hair always gets to this point, and then I just I shave it off because I'm like, it looks too disheveled. But I think this time I'm just gonna go with it. I have nothing to lose. Saturn Pro pre-order. I don't know if you announced it. Yeah, I did see that. I didn't mention it this stream. I guess I'll throw a link to that. Hold on, we got the Saturn Pro. There's an extra soft and a soft hardness now. It's 4mm. Did you guys know that Artisan basically cock-blocked Lethal Gaming Gear from getting Poron? It's the most wild mousepad drama. But yeah, the Saturn Pro pre-orders. I think they're gonna the pre-order window is gonna be open forever. It's gonna be a huge order. Fortnite gameplay when? I did one last stream, man. What arena rank are you in Fortnite? I'm not in champs just because I have not been loving it this season, but I'm close to champs. He got the epic Discord beard. See, don't say that. That's gonna make me shave it off. Crazy, man. Is the Pulsar X2 Mini good for fingertip? Yeah, I think it's great for fingertip. Go watch my video on it. I think it's one of the top shapes for fingertip, honestly. Just overall the experience as well. EC2 wireless restock got delayed in the UK. Have to wait an extra month for a chance of buying one. In the 30 minutes they stay in stock. See, at that point, man, why not just get a DeathAdder V3 Pro? Can't you just gaslight yourself into enjoying the shape or something? Because that just doesn't seem worth it to me. But I don't know. Doesn't seem worth it. Fuck, I don't know how my voice started playing again. What mousepad is that? It is the Lamzu Energon. It is the first Artisan rating clone. And I'm gonna make a video on it soon. So I'm just testing it currently. It's pretty fast, especially with glass skates. Pretty much any skates, it's gonna play fast. It's a super smooth and low friction pad. Probably around the same as Artisan Soft, not quite as squishy as an X-Soft. But yeah, pretty crazy. It's definitely the first rating clone on the market. How do you fix debounce time on XM1R? Go in their Discord. They have fixes for all of that stuff. Okay, epic YouTube beard. See, I appreciate that. New Final Mouse thoughts. I think it looks great, honestly. I mean, Final Mouse is always like a few grams heavier than they originally advertise at, so I'm just expecting something like under 40 grams, carbon glass. Like, I don't know if they're going optical switches, but it's gonna have a better sensor. It's like gonna be a better Final Mouse, so seems exciting. Any updates on your Super Glide pad? I don't really have anything. Oh, like my design one? No, I don't have any updates on that yet. But I'm still waiting for a response, basically. I had a DeathAdder V3, but it just feels so weird compared to my EC2 wired. Can't get used to it. See, I feel like you just need to remove the EC2 wired from the situation and just force yourself to. And then that's the move. What do we think of the Random Frank PX2? I mean, it's like the same as mine, basically. I did not know that it was going to have a different switches and the design. It's just objectively less based than the Zebra design. But shout out to Random Frank P. Can you get me one of your Pulsar mice for my birthday? Currently, I only have like a few copies, but I am going to be getting a lot of units, and I will be giving some away. So there's a chance. Which would you recommend to have the Pwnage Sim 1, 2, and Ambi? Probably the Sim 2, but I don't know why you would get a Pwnage mouse unless, like, you're forced to. Base stream? What's up, Zeke? Are you the Zeke I am thinking of? Are you in Voltaic now, or just a different Zeke? In which case, that would be awkward. What's the difference between your Pulsar X2 and normal? So it has Huano blue shell pink dot switches and an updated coating, the same as the Bruce Lee's coating. And the fucking base Zebra design, seal of approval on the bottom. It's a solid version of the X2. And it's the same price, of course. Wait, Raiden clone where? It's the Lamzu Energon. It is the first pad I've tried where it's actually like a completely smooth. It just feels exactly like, not exactly, but very close to the Raiden's texture. It's a smooth, soft pad focused on speed. It's crazy. I'm gonna make a video on it soon. It's like the first black square mouse pad that I've actually had enough interest in to like make a video on in a long time. Yeah, I am in the one in Voltaic. Wow, shout out to Voltaic. Spark. Why is the mouse a Zebra? So if you've been watching my channel for, honestly, it was like a few years at this point, you'd remember Zebra paracords, back when wired mice were a thing and people bought replacement cables. If you watch my channel, you would just use code Boardsy and buy the Zebra cable. It was just the way it was. So I just kind of brought back Zebra Gang. And yeah, that's that. It's not like I just think Zebra print is the best thing since Frosted Wheat, but you know what I'm saying. Playing in a 10K Valorant tournament today. Will you give me blessings? For sure. I wish you the greatest of luck in that tournament. I hope you win all $10,000. If it's a split prize pool, hope you fucking win it all in some way. What's up? Love you to death. Zebra Gang. Yeah, Zebra Gang represent. Please tell me which of the new mice has the most similar shape to the SteelSeries Sensei. I mean, I would have to... I don't know, honestly. I mean, the XM1, like, takes inspiration from it, I believe, but I don't think there are any, like, direct Sensei clones. I have an XM1R. Still a good mouse? Yeah, but they did make the XM2W, which I have and I'm going to be reviewing soon. And it's basically just a wireless version, the same 3370 sensor, and it's like, what is it, $80? So I would recommend getting that if you want a wireless version, but there's nothing wrong with the XM1R. You a full-time content creator? No, but like, currently, yes. Greeting from China, bro. What is up, man? Shout out to China. Mainland China in the stream. Represent. That's big time. What mouse has the closest shape to Fnatic Bolt? I honestly don't know. Probably Fnatic Bolt. Thoughts on the Mousepad? So far you mentioned it was the closest thing to a ring. I mean, that's honestly like what I think. It's somewhere, let me bust out a lighter test. Somewhere in between Artisan, like soft and X-Soft. I would say closer to soft. But it's just super, like, not textured at all. It has a silky feeling to the touch. Very fast with all of the skates I've tested. It's just like, if you're looking for a Raiden alternative, it's the move. I don't know the exact price on it, and I do wish it was a bit bigger, like if they had a 500 by 500 version. But an extremely impressive pad from Lamzu. Taiwan #1. I'm not going to get into those affairs on the stream. Is there an exact time when your X2 will drop? I don't know. I just realized that, like, Lethal Gaming Gear is going to be stocking like pre-orders a few days earlier. So if you're in the US, you can get it from there, but I mean, I think it'll just depend on which like place you're getting it from. Max Gaming, Pulsar. I realized Australia's going to have it. Shout out to the Australia, all the people from there. HTS or HTX? Dude, I don't know. I'm thinking the HTX. I'm seeing a lot of good like reviews on it, but I'm just not getting my package. I realized G-Wolf sent me a tracking number, and I was like, man, it's been a while. What's up with this? And I just realized like it's not a real tracking number, so I don't know what's going on with that package. Like, it's gonna show up one day, and I'll post about it on Twitter and like fucking YouTube community post, and then a review will come on it. Did you review the HTX? Yeah, I just explained what the deal is with the HTX. Like, I've been getting trolled on review units so much recently. Make Fortnite montage. I would just not post like a Fortnite montage on my channel, but I would definitely like, I'm gonna put some Fortnite clips in upcoming reviews. Hey, from Kazakhstan, let's go. Everywhere is in this stream. That is beautiful. Global affair. Do you know how to solve static electricity between mousepad and mouse? Please, really important question. What's the exact problem? You could get like potentially anti-static spray, but I don't know what your exact issue is. How is the X2 compared to the Superlight in size? I can pull them out, but it's gonna be like slightly smaller feeling. Superlight has a just more, it's smaller, but it's also blocky. While the Superlight's a more rounded, just larger, kind of more aggressive mouse. And I would say the X2 Mini specifically is way better for fingertip. Greetings from North Korea. Let's go. Shout out to North Korea. Would you do giveaway for mouses or mousepads? I have done, I would say, more mouse and mousepad giveaways than anybody else on this planet. And there's lots of stuff coming soon. But just like YouTube giveaways are just fucked because I have so many international viewers. It's just the shipping fees are insane. I hosted an in-person event last year, and I'm going to host another one this summer where I'm just going to give away like literally thousands of products. Hey, I got an Atlantis and my Huano switches have QC issues. Top of the shell switch housing is much wider than the bottom, so the switch has significant wobble. That's unfortunate. You should contact them about that if it's like significant and causing an issue. XM2 Wii review soon? Yeah, next reviews are going to be Lamzu Energon, XM2 Wii. Fuck, I should check my Discord and see if there's anything else. Oh shit, I didn't even at everyone in my Discord. At everyone live. Brevity is the soul of wit. Fuck, that is the Lethal Gaming Gear link. By the way, everybody in the stream, make sure to press the like button on the YouTube live stream. That literally saves a child's life. Is the X2 still had quality control? Question mark. I don't understand what that question means. Like, yes, Pulsar has quality control on their X2s. Are you asking, like, are there still issues? That wording is insane. Hey, Malaka. Whoa. That is crazy to hear. But yes, Yasu. Oh, static friction. I thought you meant, like, static electricity. But after washing, everything is fine. Yeah, I would recommend just getting a new mousepad with better resistance to humidity. What's your go-to choice for glass/ceramic/sapphire skates? It probably would be, like, honestly, the Razer glass skates, but those are not available on every mouse, obviously. So in terms of ones that are universal, probably Super Glides, just because they're like the only option. I just don't like Super Glide or Sapphire skates. Holy shit. MKT with the $2. Thank you very much, man. Can I buy an MZ1 wireless off you? I live near BK. Probably not. I don't even think I have a single unit of it. I just have my fucking wired one, so probably better off copying it from Amazon. I think it might even be on sale on Amazon or Extrafy. Hey, what do you think is a GPX upgrade? Shape is perfect, but I want something new. At this point, I would just wait because I just have a feeling. I have a feeling Logitech's gonna drop a Superlight in the spring, if you know what I'm saying. So I would just wait for that, especially if you already like the Superlight. DeathAdder V3 wired new main. And then the next chat is, what do you think about the DeathAdder V3 wired? I'm very interested in it. At this point, just because I mean, I sent Razer an email asking for one, but I'm just going to cop it from their website after the stream, because I probably could have had it already if I just bought it the day it dropped. I don't know if they're shipping out immediately, but yeah, I'm just gonna cop one. Yo, Mem with the $10. Thank you very much. Just putting the :3. But yeah, I think the DeathAdder V3 wired is going to be a sick mouse and just like a great value. The cable does have to be good though. Like if it's a shitty cable, it's going to be unfortunate. I know with 8K hertz they have to use a bit more shielding, so I don't know how great it's going to be, but that's why I'm going to be reviewing it. What pad are you on? It is the Lamzu Energon. It is basically Lamzu's Raiden clone. It's a soft pad. It has, if you've ever felt a Raiden, just the same like silky texture. It's a very light glide, squishy pad, around the same as Artisan Soft. It's just really interesting. There are some like minor improvements they could make, but just all around it's great. Is the Viper V2 Pro good? Of course. There's really nothing wrong with it if you want a flat mouse. Best tech on the market. Hello, where's ES2 review? It's still coming. They just didn't have like stock for a while, I don't believe, because they sold out of the Bruce Lee editions. So I just didn't want to review a mouse pad that people can't buy. Zebra cable, hopefully. True, we got to get paracord manufacturers back into the Zebra cable game. DeathAdder V3 Faker Edition looks sick. It does. I don't know if it has a new coating as well. I was unable to like tell, but it kind of seemed like it does. I don't know if I'm going to be getting one though. It's Raiden like the Energon? Yeah, very close to the Raiden. And I've never said that about a mousepad before, really. Xsoft or Soft Saturn Pro? I don't know. I haven't tried a Soft yet, but Xsoft is really good on the standard version. It is 0.5 millimeter thicker, but I don't think that's really going to cause any massive differences, all things considered. But yeah, if you don't want like a squishier pad, just go with the Soft. Do you finally have the HTX? No, man. It's unbelievable. Like, the HTX and the XM1R are actually, like, or the XM2 Wii are actually, like, reviewer nightmare situations. Like, I just can't get my hands on this fucking mice. But I honestly can't even say I have a tracking number, because I checked the tracking G-Wolf sent me, and it's like, this tracking doesn't exist. I put it on 17 track. I'm like, maybe it has Chinese origin. No, it still doesn't exist. So, it's so scuffed. But I will be trying to get one. Will you review a DeathAdder V3 wired? Yeah, I just went over that as well. I'm going to place an order after the stream. Because, I don't know, I'm just not going to wait on a review unit. I'm anti-review unit now. Yo, Matthew Vasquez with the $5. What grip would you recommend to use for the X2 regular? Mini feels really good, but I can't get used to the regular X2. I mean, if the Mini's working for you, maybe it's just a better shape. That's the way I interpret that. But I just use a kind of claw grip. As you can see, don't have my fingers like, I think this is a pincer claw. You can also fingertip it, but I just think the Mini's a lot better for fingertip. But yeah, I don't think it's really like a great shape for claw grip. Put your mic next to your mouth and say pour on. Ooh woo. No thank you. Any weird pre-travel on Lamzu Atlantis? Click, have some on my right mouse button. Yeah, I definitely do have a little. Use my camera. I'm actually, like, these camera issues are nightmarish. I don't even know if you can see it from this far away. Is the Lamzu Atlantis Mini the best mouse of 2022? I don't know. Boardsy Stash when? I don't know. Maybe it's in development now. Just like other products. Does the Lamzu Atlantis Mini feel like the Viper Mini? Not really. I would recommend watching my review. It feels more like an XM1 Mini than a Viper Mini. Yeah, XM2 Wii review coming soon. Long overdue. Hopefully HTX review. Lil bro, please leak the new GPX. I mean, I'm pleased that you think Logitech has sent me a review unit. I mean, maybe they know who I am and they don't like me very much, but I don't know. It's not looking good with Logitech. Common G-Wolves L? It is a G. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a G-Wolves W. Maybe they're just trolling me and they sent me like 50 units. Long-term dog review when he gets to a certain age milestone. Is it possible Razer's releasing a plastic Viper Mini wireless? They hinted that they're gonna in the summer, basically. So it's like it's gonna come, but not super soon. Can you compare NPO1S to Atlantis Mini? It's just a totally the Atlantis Mini. I would recommend looking at them on a shape comparison website, but it's like the NPO1S is an ergo shape, and it's not going to get high profile in the same way, but it's thinner than the Atlantis Mini from memory. Yeah, it's like a weird comparison to make. How is the text readability on the new LG OLED? It is in some instances kind of bad. Um, it's not bad, but if I look at it, I can notice like these lines coming at the end of letters. So like I would say it's not ideal. It definitely looks better on my secondary monitor, but the monitor in general is nice. For some reason, it stopped working with my fucking HDMI cable. I don't know what that is, but yeah, it's kind of riddled with bugs as well. But sick monitor, probably gonna keep it. Silent G, what's going on, man? Just posted a video yesterday going over your recent works of art. How are those gonna be like services? Do you actually do those with any mouse? Because that's something I was wondering. I kind of assumed you did in the video, but I don't even know. Do you know if Pulsar is releasing new ES2 colorways? I'll ask, but I would imagine it's just going to be black for now, or just like different solid colors. I'm not really sure. Do you like really low button height on mouse? I've never been somebody who like super obsesses over button height, especially mainly just because I don't click towards the absolute front of the mouse. So I like stuff that's lower in front, like all around, but I don't like need the buttons to be touching my fucking mouse pad, like the Extrafy M8. Best Viper Mini clone. There really, I mean, there aren't any great clones that are like on the level that Razer's Plastic Viper Mini wireless is going to be. They have the Pwnage Sim 2, the Glorious Series 1 Pro, which they just like gave up on. Glorious's mouse scene is just like depressing. Are you returning the monitor? I don't know. I'm still undecided. Like I could keep it, and I don't think that would really be a problem. Like I could use it forever, but the motion blur isn't that impressive. The lighting in some instances isn't the best. I don't know. I think I'm kind of realizing that I don't like the monitor. I'm happy that I'm streaming and talking about it. What are your thoughts on the Final Mouse X? I think it's sick. I don't know if it's going to be exactly as light as Final Mouse is advertising, but new material, fucking carbon glass. They're going to go back to the larger shape, keep it under 40 grams, better tech. Seems nice. Does the Viper Mini signature worth the money? I swear I've seen that exact question with that same wording like in multiple streams before. No, it's not. What game do you main? It depressingly is still Fortnite, and I don't know, everybody, I've been seeing all of these tweets saying that like gaming's in a dark age. I still haven't tried Apex though. Every time I stream I'm like, I'm gonna try Apex, there's a new season, but I don't know, man. Hey, should I get the YSL mouse or wait for Outset Wireless? You could try the YSL. I mean, if you're just looking for something different in terms of ergo, it's actually like a really good mouse all around, presuming you get a good copy. I don't know how it is like RMAing it, but yeah, I don't know about waiting for Vaxi to put their other shapes in wireless. I would presume that's going to come in a few months. Is the XE scrolling wheel hard compared to the Dave? The Dave is really light, so I would say compared to it, sort of, but it's not like a wheel that you're going to notice being heavy, really. Are you a professional gamer before? Sadly, not. Unlike every other reviewer, I was not a professional gamer. Some of the people were professional gamers, like, before I was born, which is just weird to think about. Like, these guys were pros playing on PC when I was, like, 1 year old. So, unfortunately, I don't have 20 years of Quake experience. Hello, I live in Russia. Which is better to buy? Razer DeathAdder V3 Pro or Pulsar X2 Bruce Lee? It's pretty different mice. If you want an ergo, or if you played like palm grip, just have larger hands in general, I would say DeathAdder V3. X2 Bruce Lee, you're gonna have to get that like second hand, so it's probably gonna be like more expensive. I would just say DeathAdder, probably, unless you know you like the shape. Damn, getting a lot of questions in the chat. That's amazing. What is the best monitor in your opinion? I just don't test enough to really know. I'm trying the LG OLED 240 Hz right now. It's a solid monitor when everything's working properly. But I want to try 1440p 360 Hz because I honestly do miss 360. And since the motion blur on this monitor like isn't too great, or not like motion blur, but I don't know, the image just does, it looks kind of off. So I don't know if that's 360 Hz or what, but I just think I'm gonna get another monitor. Ghosting? Yeah, the ghosting, like, I noticed in Kovacs when I had a black background that the ghosting was like sickening. LG OLED motion clarity is really bad compared to strobed LCD. Yeah, and there's no like what's it called, like black frame insertion either. Is that the XM2 It is. Review's gonna be coming soon. Been testing it for over a week now. Really solid mouse. At first, I thought something felt off, but then I adjusted the debounce time in the software, and I don't know if it's just like placebo, but after I lowered the debounce and like downloaded the software, the input just felt better all around. It was kind of weird. What do you think about marble tile as a mouse head? I don't think that would be good on this. Like, I don't think it would feel nice on your skin, and I just don't think it would be worth it. But it's interesting. I thought about buying a slab of marble to put on my table as a mouse pad before. Why don't you like Aqua Control 2 Sakura in review? You're like, yeah, it's not bad, but not extremely stoked. It's better than Strider. I mean, it has the seal of approval. It's just like, I don't know. The Aqua Control 2 got really boring to me because I had just been using the same pad and they kept putting out different variations. And it's like, okay, they're making the quality improvements, but this is the same thing I tried before. I just don't think it's better than like a Heian or something. What's your main mouse right now? As the stream description says, I don't really have one. I'm just testing a lot of mice. I'm trying to get a long-term review on the Viper Mini Signature Edition. That's the one I've been using the most, I guess, but also making reviews on the XM2 so I had to test the Lamzu Atlantis, standard Lamzu, my fucking Pulsar Boardsy Edition, so it's like just a lot of stuff, so I don't really have a hard main at the moment. Where to get optical mouse switches? You can get them on AliExpress, but what do you need optical mouse switches for? Are you like replacing them? Can we get a marble tile review? I guess, man, if it's what the people want. Hello from Germany. Do you have a Model O? Could you size compare? I do. It's in a box, like all glorious mice should be. But I would recommend using like Artings for shape comparisons. Elo Shapes has some as well. Really lots of options for shape comparisons. That will give you a better view than my shitty camera. That is like, something's off about it. I just don't know exactly what. Thoughts on DeathAdder V3 Faker Edition? Too expensive, but if you like the colorway, go for it. It may have a different coating. I'm not 100% sure. I was thinking about picking one up, but I don't know. Probably won't. Will you review headphones? No. The VCR, no. I just said no before reading the model. I'm just not a headphone reviewer. Audio is very boring to me. If anything, I would get into like monitors, because those like it's like an interesting product to review and like analyze, but I'm not into like the super hard tech side of things, so I don't know if like people really care for monitor reviews like that. The way you say XM2 Wii is so cute. Well, I mean, I just feel like it makes more sense than saying WE. Hello from your wardrobe. Why is this being spammed? Is the new Final Mouse worth it if you already have a G Pro Superlight? It could be, but by the time that releases, there might be a new fucking Superlight, so it's very hard to assess the mouse market. What's the best way to clean Arson mousepad? Just dish soap? I've always just used Lysol and fucking wiped it. I've never been a mousepad cleaning expert. Since you have so many mice, do you ever lose the dongles? Yeah, almost all of like my 3D printed mice and shit with the G305, like M800. If there's not an adapter connected to the dongle, I'm losing it, like 100%. It's kind of sad. I have a bag of like G305 dongles. I just don't know what mouse they belong to, and it's just not worth finding out. It's a great question. I'm on the toilet watching you. That's amazing to hear. I always presume there are some people doing that. Do you have the Jules HTX Ace? No, it's truly a travesty, a tragedy, whatever you want to call it, that G-Wolves has still not gotten one of those to my house, and I'm not even going to begin to think about it. The tracking number they gave me just like doesn't exist, so I don't even know if I have one on the way. I probably should order one, but I don't even know what's going to happen with that. Last time I did that, my review unit showed up first, so it's just like I'm at a stalemate with the HTX. Do you ball? Nah, not anymore. I did like when I was in high school with my friends, but was never, I presume you mean basketball. Played baseball as a youth as well. I was a catcher. Sorry if I spammed this, but have you seen the REA carbon fiber mouse project? Yeah, I did. I saw they posted a video going over their clicks, comparing it to the It was a Vaxi mouse and a G303, I believe. So it seems interesting. They said they're going to send me a review unit, I think. But yeah, carbon fiber could be interesting. Have you seen Dharma Shark's new mouse? It's an Air 58 and sub 60G. Yeah, Mech Keys is sending me that. Mech Keys, shout out to them. After I posted my Wise Owl and shitty Dharma Shark mouse review, they emailed me and they're like, we will send you literally whatever you want. So they're sending me like pallets of Chinese mice to test out. So yeah, the Dharma Shark mouse, and there's a fucking other one. They're going to be sending me that as well. What should you upgrade to after the Viper Mini? I would say X2 Mini makes a lot of sense. Favorite cereal? Not a huge cereal guy, but it's always been like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Play Frontlines on Roblox. It's literally just Call of Duty. I played Bad Business like 2 weeks ago. I mean, I'll check Frontlines out. Will you review new IKEA mousepad? It has a pattern and is coded and is supposedly faster. Is it still like cheap as fuck? Yeah, I can make an IKEA trip, get another mousepad. Shouts out Critical. Sure, shout out to Critical. Hello from Ukraine. Wow, we got Russia and Ukraine in the stream, and North Korea. Truly a global event. Which is better, G Pro X or Pulsar X2 Mini? It really depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a mouse for fingertip or you just have smaller hands, definitely the X2 Mini. But if you just want like an all-around safe shape that's like gonna work better, I would say still like better tech, go with the GPX. Leaks about the Superlight V2, true. I made a video going over them on my channel, so I would just recommend watching that, but not really. The USB-C and new shell does seem to be true, but all the other stuff, no. Did you pick Zebra design yourself? And if yes, why? I already went over this, but basically, a few years ago, when wired mice were still a thing, and people bought paracords because the cables were shitty, if you watch my videos, you would just get the Zebra cable and use code Boardsy. It was just, you'd be in Zebra gang. So basically, this is the same thing. It's not like I am in love with Zebra prints. I mean, I do think it looks sick, but yeah, it's like just paying homage to Zebra gang. What upgrades on the Wooting are worth? I don't know what you mean by that question. Like add-ons to your order? I'm not really sure. Zebra gang return. See, exactly. Optimal Mayo knows what I'm talking about. Wooting 60 opinion? I mean, it's my main keyboard for a reason. It's just the best. I'm not somebody who values like typing experience, and it's the best gaming keyboard. Like, it just is. New Final Mouse stuff should be interesting, but currently I think it's pretty hard to beat. But the Apex Pro is so cheap nowadays. That's sick as well. Keyboards are like, they're another product that I would like to review in theory if there weren't just already like the best gaming keyboards that exist, and there's not much you can do about that. Different case on Wooting is the only real upgrade. Yeah, and I switched to the Blade 60 case, and it just like wasn't that nice. I also swapped the switches, swapped the springs, and that made them feel lighter, but not too much better, all things considered. What about that pad Energon? It's the closest thing to a Raiden clone that I have ever seen, and Lamzu said their like goal was to make a cloth pad that was smooth and extremely low friction, and they really did a perfect job with that. There are some minor things that I would like to see improved, just like a larger size mainly, but the stitching, the base is solid as well. It's like the SR foam on the old GSR SE, the Extrafy GP4, but it's actually a good implementation lying flat out of the box. Like, it's a good mouse pad, somewhere between soft and X soft. I just did like a full review of this mouse pad nearly. How don't you get fatigue from the Wooting? It's too tall? Nah, I just float my wrist. I don't care if I get like some injury down the line. Fuck, there was some chat message I wanted to read, but I missed it. If you sent that message that I was thinking about, resend it. I love SR foam. Yeah, it's not quite as good as Poron, and there are a lot of mice on my pad right now, but yeah, it stays in place, especially if you are, if you like plant your wrist on it. Do you run Kovacs benchmarks? If yes, what's your rank? Nah, I'm like a Kovacs nomad. I just play whatever I'm feeling. I'm not a big benchmarker. I just can't get into AimLab. It's unfortunate. God, the spam is crazy right now. Is there a big difference between Artisan FX and classic pads other than the stitching? No, not really, but they don't make many classic pads. Floating your wrist is actually the correct way to type? Okay, I'm chilling then. Nah, sometimes my fucking pinky feels weird after Fortnite just because it's my pickaxe bind, but that's the only time I actually feel any type of weirdness from gaming. Some people are like, if they use a different mouse shape, they're like wrist cramps. I don't understand how that's the case. When is the Zebra mouse coming out? March 17th. There is an official date, man. It's beautiful. Any ETA for the XM2W? That's cursed, man. Nobody knows. Endgame Gear hasn't made an update since like early December. It's crazy. And the Vancer Ice mousepad, are you just like asking if it's good or when it's going to release? Not a big fan of the Vancer Ice unless you can get one for like pretty cheap and just want something fast. I think the Energon's like just a better speed pad. Yeah, the XM2W, there's just nothing. Hey, Boardsy, are you from Bosnia? I'm not from Bosnia. May have some Bosnian ancestry. Probably not, though. Is LGG Saturn Pro similar to Zero or Heat? It's much closer to the Zero. I recommend watching my review on it because I do a full comparison to the Zero. Fix the YouTube spam, then. See, like, when you put it that way, I should, but I don't know. I feel like putting on a slow mode would kind of fuck up the chat. Probably not, though. My Black Lamzu Mini is already shipped. Let's go. Nice, man. Ever been outside U.S. soil? No, but I'm getting a passport soon, so that's very exciting. But yeah, I've been in the U.S. my whole life. That's why I think it's the greatest country in the world. Well, matter of fact, I know it is. When will XM2W come out? Like I just said, I don't know. That is really up to Endgame Gear to tell you, and they have not made an update in a few months. When HTX review? Whenever I get the mouse, man. And I just don't know when that's going to be. It's crazy. Like, I would order one, but if they've truly already sent me one, then that one is going to arrive first. I just have no way of tracking it because the tracking number that I was sent was invalid. Your review of the Vancer Ice was positive because it's good for what it is. I just don't, like, recommend it. Like, it was a solid quality pad aside from the stitching. But it's, like, nothing I really would main. They sent me a updated version, like a purple one, and I just didn't really use it much. What would you recommend for me? I wanted to get the DeathAdder V3 Pro, but I won't get the 4K, so I'm thinking of the Pulsar X2. That's a... I don't understand that. You can just use the DeathAdder V3 Pro with 1K, or you could get the 4K. Pulsar X2. Could go with that. Could go with a Lamzu Atlantis. There's not really... I don't recommend many other ergo mice other than the DeathAdder V3, though. You excited for a Haste 2? Seems like an underrated mouse for a price. It's going to be an interesting budget offering, but just the same shell... Like, basically everything the same as the mouse that they released a few years ago. It's just, like, it's not doing enough. HyperX just seems like they're really lazy. And their last mouse that they, like, was leaked by some Asian guy on Twitter. A few people in chat might know what I'm talking about. It just looked horrendous. Like, just disrespectful. A disgraceful mouse, even. So, I don't know about HyperX mice. Should I mod my wooting? You really don't need to. After doing the mods, it's like... I should actually make a video on that, because all of the fucking custom keyboard people are like, oh, you need to mod it to, like, make it good. And it's like, no, you don't. HTX review. Gee, will you when? Wolves? I'm having a stroke reading my chat. But HTX review soon. I should, like, pin a message saying that. HTX review coming. Okay. Pin. Okay. In theory, I should stop being asked about the HTX now, but I don't think that will be the case. DeathAdder V3 wired thoughts. Seems like really good bang for the buck. But the cable has to be good. And with 8K hertz pulling rate, the cables have to be a bit thicker. Like, they have to have a bit more shielding. So I'm just interested in that. But I mean, $70 for a lighter wired 8K hertz DeathAdder V3. Like, it's a good wired mouse. Have you reviewed PureTrack Valor Wireless? Apparently has a 3395. It's just an OEM shell. It really doesn't move me. It's just not going to be the same quality as other mice at like the price point. I watched some reviews of it though, and it was just like probably not worth covering. But I have been getting asked more about it recently than when it dropped, which is fucking weird to me. Boardsy should box RJN? Maybe. Once I get this passport, anything's possible. I could go down to Australia. But I don't know if he has a lot of interest in that. And realistically, he should come to America. Because like you gotta go to the better country. I don't gotta go to the worst country. When is the next setup Sunday? If I'm feeling especially motivated, it could be tomorrow. Because I'm thinking a YouTube setup Sunday makes so much sense. Like I just don't know why I haven't done one already. That idea came to me earlier. I was like, that's super fucking great idea. So maybe tomorrow. If not, certainly next week. Where can you buy the Lamzu Energon? It's on their website. Let me check the price though and if it's in stock because I actually have no idea about that. Products, Mousepad, Lamzu Energon, $35. Apparently it is in stock. Ready to ship. I'll throw a link in the chat. This is not an affiliate link. I do not gain anything from this. Aside from the satisfaction of helping out a loyal viewer. How's the OLED monitor? I was asked about that earlier, and every time words came out of my mouth about it, I just realized I like it. I just don't like it very much. There are a lot of minor issues, some bugs, so it's I don't know if I'm really probably just gonna return it, test out 1440p 360 hertz, and probably just settle with that. My DeathAdder V3's Pro scroll wheel is insanely loud. I don't think it's meant to be this way. Everything else feels fine. I would recommend if it's grinding and notchy sounding, there could be an issue. Because yeah, I don't think mine's too loud. Pretty sure Dharma Shark M3 is a new Chinese OEM. Yeah, I mean every Dharma Shark mouse I have tried has been literal garbage, but I mean I'll just entertain the idea that they finally made a great mouse. But it's probably just not going to happen. We have the same headphones. Let's go. Very rare headphones. Nobody has the DT990s like us. Do you like the Energon? I do a lot, honestly. It's a bit faster than what I prefer, but if you're looking for a Raiden alternative, it's just really impressive. It's the first mousepad I've tried that I actually want to make a review on because I feel like it's bringing something new to the scene. But I do think it should be a bit larger in terms of vertical depth. I just punched my desk. How's your day going, man? It's good. Yeah, not too much to say. Went out earlier, came back, and I was like, why not live stream some beautiful discussion about gaming mice? Do you play Fortnite? Indeed, I do. Is it worth 1K polling rate, DeathAdder V3 Pro? Some viewers said it's useless without 4K polling rate. It's not useless without it. I mean, a 1000 hertz polling rate implementation, that is what everybody is used to. For the most part. But 4K, it's just if you get the mouse, there's no reason not to get the dongle as well. It just only makes the performance better. And it's compatible with other mice that use the same tech from Razer. Thoughts on Ambi mice? There are a lot of them on my desk. I like them a lot, especially for fingertip grip. How is the XM2 booty compared to the XE? It's just different. The XE... It's it's a more neutral shape, while the XM2 clearly is low at the front and comes high at the back. It's very wide as well, and just has noticeable curves, which makes it a bit more comfortable on the thumb side, in my opinion. 4K hertz isn't massive, TBH. It's not massive, but especially in aim trainers, it's a night and day difference in just the input feeling. So I don't know why you wouldn't go for it if you have a mouse that has it. Could you make a quick comparison of shapes between Lamzu? What does it say? Fuck. How did I lose that message, bro? I think it said Lamzu Mini and X2 Mini. Not sure. Unfortunate. Is he in good for games like Valorant, Apex, and Fort? Yeah, for sure. There's no reason it really wouldn't be. It's a great all-around pad. You tried DeathAdder V3 8K hertz? No, but I will be soon. Is it on Amazon? Let me see. I doubt it is. Maybe it is. Well, yeah, because they have the fucking... They have the Faker edition on Amazon. Yo, Trill Zeo with the $5. Looking good. Appreciate that, man. Hope everything is good with you. 5 big ones. Let's go. It's like 1/12th, no, 1/14th of the DeathAdder V3 wired. Let's go. Can almost afford it. How come there aren't 2K Hertz mice? I mean, 4K Hertz mice are compatible with 2K Hertz, and there is one from Corsair, I believe, that tops out at 2K Hertz, but I think companies just decide 4K makes the most sense with the $33.95 and current chip solutions. Should I buy a custom keyboard? No, Spider Blocks 10K. You should not buy a custom keyboard. You should get a gaming keyboard and just be based, in my opinion. I mean, it's up to you. Any idea when the X2 Mini will be back in stock? No. I know that my X2 Mini will be in stock on March 17th, though, so that's based. Any idea on how many Zebra X2 units there will be? Yeah, across all vendors, I'm pretty sure it's 3,000, 1,500 of each size, which at first seemed like a good amount, but then I'm like, shit, that's going to like a lot of vendors. It's like, not a lot. Does Boardsy hit the gym? I do, man. Is there a smaller wireless mouse than the Orochi V2? Yeah, there are like stupidly small mice like the G-Wolf's HSK Pro. I mean, even the Starlight Small, I would say, is like actually smaller in hand feeling than the Orochi. Do you get a commission on the Boardsy X2? Nah. It's just a flat rate and then 50 units of the mouse to do whatever I want with. Gonna resell on eBay, imagine. Is the Saturn Pro or the Orson Zero better? What should I get? Any Saturn Pro Zero questions, just I would refer back to my Saturn Pro review because I was in my bag comparing those products. But yeah, I personally prefer the Saturn Pro Red 500x500 to any Zero variant. But if I use a Zero X Soft, it's not like I feel like it's any worse, if that makes sense. How many of your mice have glass skates? On my desk, it is just the Viper Mini, I'm pretty sure. And I still have Razer's glass skates, and these are crazy. Just like in the way that they have kept their speed out of the box. It's like Razer kind of like accidentally made some good skates. Maybe they put a lot of effort into these, and they're going to launch them as a separate product. Will there be a second run of your X2 if it sells out fast? I have no idea. I mean, the whole idea of a limited edition is that you don't do that, but maybe they will. Heavens knows. What's the difference in feeling between Saturn Pro and Arson? I'm not answering that, bro. Just watch the review. If you had to say, would you say Dragonfire monitor or whatever is worth it? The Fire Legend, the 390 hertz. I honestly feel like in terms of like raw gaming experience that it was not that much worse than the OLED 240 hertz. Like, yeah, it's clearer. 1440p is a nice touch, but it's like just higher refresh rate, 1080p. I mean, it's like better motion clarity. I don't know. It's definitely still a good monitor. Compare Boardsy mouse to Bruce Lee. It has the same improved coding, but it has Huano blue shell pink dot switches instead of the optical switches. Curious to see if Saturn Pro XOF variant changes more than the base. What do you mean by that? It is Logitech G Pro Wireless is $50 on Amazon. The stock one? That's interesting. When are you making your own mouse? Well, I'm doing the collab with Pulsar on the X2, and that's not like really my own entire project. But there's no date attached to my own mouse. But certainly mouse design is in my future. That's all I'm gonna say. MZ1 or Orochi V2 for fingertip? Probably an MZ1, but neither of those are like my top picks. Can you tell that the Energon will receive the seal of approval? I never spoiled the seal of approval, but if I was a betting man, I would say yes. See the 6-gram weight reduction mod on the new Viper Mini? No, I did not. Who did that? Bearded Bob or something? Viper Ultimate's still good. I don't recommend buying it, honestly. I have my gripes with the mouse, and I just think the V2 Pro is way better. Thoughts on left-handed gaming mice? Pretty dumb if it's like left-handed exclusive. If they have like ambidextrous buttons, that can be good, but yeah, I don't know. Left-handed people don't deserve respect. You should make a video spraying mice with a custom coating, improving them. I don't know how that would happen, but I'll look into it. Make a zebra-shaped mouse. True. 3D printed zebra-shaped mouse. That would be meta. Is Boardsy Fest summer or winter? It's summer. It's looking like July 8th. I already applied for the permit with the city. It's going to be bigger, better than before. It's crazy. Boardsy Mousepad with the zebra pattern would be fire. Yeah, Pulsar sent me a Super Glide with that design on it. I showed it off on a last week's stream. People were asking if it was going to be a product. They sent it to me as a one-off, but I don't know. I was going to ask them like what the deal is with that. Look up. Can you recommend a small mouse for a GPX user? An X2 Mini, Lamzu Atlantis Mini. Both of those are solid size downgrades from a GPX. Why is your name Boardsy? I used to play 2K, get rebounds, so my name was Board, and then I just added ZY at the end because of Cloaksy. I wish I could say it was because of Rocket Jump Ninja, Zai, but it was not. It was Bob. He posted a TikTok, but he hasn't posted a how-to. Got it. Yeah, I don't think it's really necessary to reduce the weight, but I mean, I guess having the option isn't bad. What is that zebra mouse? It is the Zebra X2, a mouse that I made with Pulsar. Has Huano blue shell pink dot switches. I'll do a little sound test of them. Actually, like a beautiful and crisp click feeling, an improved coating, and just a zebra design. Awesome stuff. Same stock price. 2K, what was your year? The year that I really degeneratively grinded 2K was 17. I was a freshman in high school, and I literally just I don't think anything was more important to me than 2K that year. Then I played the next year as well, in 18, but I got a PC like midway through that year, and then that is when I switched. But the 2K days were crazy. Freshman in high school? Yeah, back when NBA 2K17 was out. What better exchange for Razer Strider? I would say the Artisan Hien is like a good upgrade, but there are plenty of... I don't know if there are any upgrades at the $30 price point. Are Viper V2 Pro stock skates any good? They're good, they're just thin, so... If you use them on a rougher pad, you might notice like the plastic scraping sooner. I would recommend replacing them. I have like core pads on mine. Imagine if Boardsy ended up a controller reviewer. I actually bought the new DualSense Edge, the fucking $200 like PS5 controller. And I'm like, I wish I could review this, but it's like nobody, like I don't really have anything to say. Stage was bad for my mental, yeah. No, just like there was a lot of just crazy shit, like playing with 30-year-olds in Pro-Am all day. Is GPX for 50 a good deal? Yeah, the actual GPX for 50 is a great deal. I thought you meant the standard G Pro wireless. Give us the G703 Superlight? Dude, you should be saying that in Logitech's emails, not my stream. I have no control over that. What is 2K? NBA 2K, like the basketball video game. I mean, I guess if you're out of the US, 2K is not nearly as big. How did you fund this hobby in the beginning? That's a great question. I really like looking back. I just made money on the internet. I'm not going to go into more detail than that. When I was like 16, 17, I would just spend my money on mice. You should review the controller. I was thinking about posting some TikToks on it or like a YouTube short at least. But I mean, I just don't really have much to say about it. Is the aimbot on the PS5 controller solid? I was thinking about plugging it in on Fortnite, seeing if I still have my controller Fortnite mechanics. Actually might have to do that. When do you think the centerpiece keyboard releases? I don't know, honestly. I think it got delayed a little bit. All those final mouse investments keep you financially stable. True. I can always fall back on my final mouse. RuneScape scammer. Yeah, that's what I like. Sketchy gambling website. Yeah, I could just say sports betting. I was a sports betting prodigy in my teens. Will you review the Pwnage Stormbreaker? Um, yeah, I mean, I'll review it. I don't have extremely high hopes, but if they send me a review unit, for sure, because it's a magnesium mouse, people are interested in it, for sure. The last person to receive an XM2A? Me? Have you looked at the Arting's review, compared Lamzu and Sora sensor performance? Some weird power saving stuff going on the Lamzu. I did not. I'll check that out. I don't trust Arting's like latency stuff, but I'll see what they have to say about the sensor. Which mousepad is best to replace Fnatic Focus 3? I would say like just a standard Saturn is an improvement over that. Why is the Mad Catz Rat Pro X3 Supreme the best mouse ever made? I don't know, man. You can stop asking that now. I've never heard of that mouse. Looked hella devious just there. I'm just like reading through chat because sometimes I just see like all of these messages and I'm like, wow, I'm truly blessed to be in a position where I can read spammed chat messages. Is the Saturn Pro too slow for games like Apex and Overwatch? By no means. I think it's one of the games that's most popular in is Apex. Like in Apex Pro events, I see lots of Saturn Pros and shit. Pwnage Stormbreaker looks like somebody tried to copy a Starlight and had a stroke halfway through. Yeah, that's the vibes that I got from it. I had only seen the renders, but then they posted a picture of the actual units. So, I mean, I'm kind of interested in it, but it's actually a fucking cheese grater. Are you rich? You buy so much stuff and some is so expensive. I mean, I'm not losing money from my YouTube endeavors, but I don't like come from wealth. I don't like have $1 million in the bank to like splurge on shit, which it seems like some reviewers do, which makes sense because some of them are like 40-year-old men. I would expect them to be able to afford a lot of shit in a hobby like that. But yeah, no, I'm kind of just like lucky in that regard. Saturn is so based, I use it on Apex and CSGO. Yeah, I mean, it's really a great all-around pad. I don't think, like, some people are really a bit too obsessive over pads. Like, is it going to work for this game? Like, yes, dude, it's gonna work 99% of the time. Like, a GSR in a humid environment for Fortnite, like, it's not going to be fun, but you're still going to be able to move the fucking mouse. Like, I don't know. Answer real questions. Who is keeping Arby's in business? I don't know. They don't have one in New York, so practically doesn't exist to me. You should install Linux alongside Windows as a dual boot. Compare the input lag in different games, because for me the difference is really big. I've heard that, along with like Windows 7 input being a lot better, but I just don't know if that's really... I just don't know if that's worth doing, because I'm just a Windows consumer. But it might be worth just trying out. I mean, there's so much shit you can do if you start to like freak out and obsess over input lag. I feel like it's just a bad rabbit hole. What's that question? Are you in uni? Not currently. Did you recommend a mouse to Mayor Adams when you took the photo with him? If not, which would you? He seems like a black superlight kind of guy. But no, I did not recommend a mouse to him. We spoke about bigger and better things. Low latency. See, speaking of a low latency devil in the chat, Jedi Bryson. Do you know how to code? No, like not on like a nearly professional level. But I'm also not, like, it's not like I have zero understanding. IMO 183k subs from just reviewing mice and pads is huge. Yeah, and keyboards, but it's definitely is like the peripheral review niche. Very grateful for all of the just like support that I get on fucking peripheral reviews. It's crazy how many people are interested in it. What is the best brand of water to drink to use mice optimally? I mean, obviously Poland Spring. Anybody who tells you a thing about water, just water in general, and doesn't speak about Poland Spring is a fraud. So, we have Sora 4K dongle. Is that actually a thing? I don't think it is. I don't have one though. Didn't you rank the normal Saturn higher than the Saturn Pro? Nah, you're thinking of the Venus, where I rank the Venus higher than the Venus Pro. Latency optimizing is indeed a rabbit hole, and I'm happy that I had that phase a while ago, and now I'm just like, I'm fine with what I have. Microplastics. I'm not on Poland Spring. They're the only brand who doesn't have microplastics. IV injecting monster. That's OP. Never thought about that. Poland Spring sponsor. I've been looking for one for ages now. I just don't think they're interested in it, which is a shame. What do you think of the Ultralight 2? Probably not worth buying anymore. It's like a very old wired mouse. I would recommend just getting the Starlight Small over it, most likely, or just waiting for the new final mouse. Is the XM2 Wii worth buying? I'm going to post my review on it soon, so you'll like have a better idea if it's worth it or not for you. But I would say, yeah, for like $80, it's not a bad mouse by any means. Micro glass shards from glass skates and pads. Oh my god, that reminds me of like that one time Carter PCs said that the Shinnenkai like was toxic. You would wipe off the glass coating and then breathe in glass, and that was bad for you. That was a crazy era to be in the reviewing scene. Why is your DPI so high? I've just used 3200 DPI ever since 4K Hertz mice like kind of got popularized, and I just don't bother switching back to 1600. You bought the Razer mouse? I'm getting the wired one very soon. I love you. Thank you for gifting me a better mousepad from Setup Sunday. No problem, man. I'm very happy that I was able to help out through Setup Sunday. Very dope. Should be doing one of those soon. Is there any good Zero clone? Yeah, Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn for sure. Thoughts on new DeathAdder V3 wired? Seems great as long as the cable is good, and I feel like it can't be a bad cable, but might not be a great cable. You should start doing mechanical pencil reviews. Yeah, fountain pen reviews as well. Those are the markets that I'm trying to get into. Have you tried Huano silent mouse switches from Huano? I actually have not heard of those. Next time I get a mod done, if they're actually a thing, I'll check one out. TikTok peripheral reviews or something else? I should be on TikTok, but I don't know, something about it is just like so dreadful. Is asbestos the best for Fortnite? Yes. Consume asbestos and you'll have better Fortnite mechanics. Do you have any plans on reviewing the M42 wireless? Nah, not until they make a pro version. It's not worth going back to. What is that Zebra mouse? It is the Pulsar X2 Boardsy edition. They actually, hold on, I should like link their post about it because it's like official and shit. Silent Huanos are pretty garbage compared to normal switches, but still better than the Kale 2 pins. Got it. Oh, no, wait. It's Pulsar's pin tweet. Lovely. But yeah, it has Huano blue shell pink dot switches, the updated coating, obviously the zebra design, and it's still $95. You see the seal of approval at the bottom as well. Very beautiful. How's your Aria XT7 holding up? I mean, I haven't not used it very much for it to like actually degrade a lot. Ordered one, good buy or not. I mean, it's a good buy if you're looking for something a bit larger of an egg shape compared to the Orochi V2. It's just not like... Some people are blown away by it, so I shouldn't say it's not going to blow you away, but it just didn't really blow me away. It's like a good mouse for the price, but I'm not a huge fan of egg shapes. What are you maining at the moment? Not really anything. I'm just testing a lot of mice at the moment. I would say the one I'm putting most of my time on, though, is the Razer Viper Mini Signature Edition. Like, since it's dropped, I've just been using it a lot. Last Gate's worth it for gaming? Probably not. PTFE is just good enough. Random Frank P mouse design's so bad. It's just so subjective because people are telling me that my design is shit compared to his. I'm like, there's no way you think that a zebra design like looks bad. It's like it's just like a basic ass design. It's black and white. But yeah, there was a lot of heated debate about the mouse designs. Will you get an Odin Nova early unit? Not like a super early one. I think they're waiting for it to be more polished to give it to reviewers and shit. You think higher DPI is better for games? I think at least 1600, and if you have 4K hertz, at least 3200. But it doesn't really matter. Like, you can perform just fine on 400 DPI. Best quality mouse brand in your opinion? Oof. It has to be like, just in terms of my experience, either Logitech or Vaxi. Like, Logitech, like, some people have bad experiences, but just all the recent releases I can remember just feel fucking insane. And with the volume of products they're putting out, it's, like, just impressive. Seems that way. Is Odin sending you the Poron base Andromeda? I believe they are. They reached out to me about that, and I think I said for them to send me it. What are your main mouse skates? It really depends. Like on most, I don't. A few years ago, like I was putting Tiger Ice on basically everything, but now stock skates for the most part are good enough. But I'll just throw Tiger Ice on. Still my preferred skates. You need a skateboard with a Z on it as a design? Sure, it could go on the wall, like anywhere. Huntsman Mini. That's just made a statement in the chat saying Huntsman Mini. Awesome to hear. What's the pad on your table? It's the Lamzu Energon. It is Lamzu's first mouse pad to my knowledge, and it's basically a artisan Raiden clone. Gonna be making a video on it early next week. Anyone know if there's a non-signature Viper or Logitech release anytime soon? The non-signature Viper mini stuff is basically confirmed for the summer from Razer on Reddit, and Logitech could be the spring, but it's not really confirmed. But I mean, I just have a feeling it's going to be a spring. XM2 Wii clicks are kind of bad IMO. They're definitely on the heavier side. How many mice do you own? Well over 100. I don't have an exact count though. Just about the Jupiter. Why is it so fast when it's considered the slowest? What do you mean it's so fast? No shot they make a 40-gram mouse. No shot who makes a 40? Oh, yeah, Logitech? I saw that comment. Definitely not. Low 50s would be ideal, probably. It's like best case scenario. Do you have any info on the Lamzu Thorn? Nah. It's like, besides the fact that it's an Ergo under 50 grams, or is it under 60 from Lamzu? That should be dropping in spring, but I don't have any info specifically. Lightest mouse clicks you've ever pressed? Definitely Japanese Omrons, but those are not on standard mice that people can actually buy. So I'd say like Logitech's Omron 20Ms are super fucking light. I heard the Jupiter is shit consistency. Well, I mean, I've heard they're fast with some skates, but I'm not sure. What do girls say when you bring them to your room and they see stacks of mouse pads and mice? I think they're just beyond impressed. It takes a lot to acquire a mouse collection like mine. Lamzu Energon, better than the Hayate Otsu. They're just very different types of pads. If you're looking for something more controlled and textured, definitely the Otsu. But like fast and smooth, go with the Energon. Is the Energon-based Poron or Poron type? No, it's an SR. It's a pretty thin SR foam, so it's similar to what the Xtrfy GP4 and the GSRC have. Like, really solid base, no complaints. The table does give serial killer vibes. How, man? It's a solid table. It's like real wood. When are you gonna do a gameplay channel? I don't know, man. I've been recording my gameplay and like getting clips. And I'm just like, I don't know how to like turn them into a video on a channel. Have you felt the coating on the V3 Faker DeathAdder? No, I have not. Is it different? Because I thought it was different, like from the pictures and the description. I'm not sure. Girl review? No longer have one. Just joined. This is so base. What is up, Harrison? What is the closest wireless mouse to the ZA13? There's really nothing that feels quite like the ZA13. Just in terms of the actual high-profile nature. The Lethal Gaming Gear LA1 is coming out and has a somewhat similar design, but just anything that I say is just not really going to feel like the ZA13. Did you try Spire Kamek? No. Any plans on reviewing the Keychron M3? Is that the new one, the Air 58 one, or is that the really shitty one? It's one of the two. I think Mech Keys sent me it. Wait, let me just check my email. Get the specifics. Are you gonna review the M2S and the M3K? Yes. Pretty sure I'm just gonna be buying those whenever they are available. Okay, let's see. Do you prefer the Zero or the Hien? Probably still the Hien. The Hien's just a magical mouse pad. Something about it. Wait, what? Yeah, the Jarmo Shark M3 and the Ajaz AJ199. Those are the mice that Mech Keys are sending me, representing China, getting the Chinese mice reviewed. The mouse in your hand, is that the sword? No, it is the XM2 Wii review, dropping very soon. How much slower would you say Saturn Pro is to 0? Like a hair. It's not massively. FM said they will try to keep it below 200. Yeah, that seems great. How big is your hand size? Like 21 by 11. I'll buy Final Mouse when they make a full solid shell. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to be doing with the carbon glass or whatever. I don't know if that's going to be full solid or what. But I would say like Final Mouse's holes are some of the best, or just the better ones. I'd say Razer's holes are the worst. Any mouse feet recommended on the Viper Mini? Just anything really. Core pads, Tiger Ice, BTL if they make skates for him. Do you prefer tall or short girls? I discussed my gaming mouse preferences, not my female preferences on this live stream, but short for sure. Love my Last Legend based. Yeah, my Last Legends are solid. I'm gonna do a giveaway because I just have an extra unit. Yeah, I don't know what more to say. I just have an extra unit that I don't really have anything to do with, a small one. Are you ever going to try the BTL glass feet? Probably not at this point. What DPI do you play at? 3200. He prefers tall boys. That's a... Oh, tall boys. I get it. I get it. That's a very based dad humor. Why are DeathAdder V3 8K hertz already dropped in Seoul markets? I mean, I think it dropped in US markets as well. Fuck. I'm just like, wired DeathAdder V3. Like, is this shit gonna show up on Amazon? Oh, it is. Next day delivery. Hold on. I'm gonna order it right now. Oh, God. My card got declined. I need more super chats. Oh, I'm just kidding. That was just humorous. You looking good, fella. Appreciate that, Sean D. Pat, what is up, man? How are you doing? How do you adjust Windows DPI on driverless mice? I mean, don't... Like a DPI button? Wait, what do you mean Windows DPI? My Starlight 12 Poseidon has a billion QC issues? Unfortunate. Okay, so this is coming out to $76. All things considered. Which, I mean, I feel like for a wired 8K mouse, good shape, 59 grams, like, they would have to fuck up the cable pretty bad for me to not enjoy this mouse, knowing what I know about the current DeathAdder. Chopped cheese enjoyer? There are two types of people. You're either a bacon, egg, and cheese guy or a chopped cheese guy, and I'm definitely bacon, egg, and cheese. Like, chopped cheese has a higher ceiling, potentially. There are great bacon, egg, and cheeses, though, but just the floor for bacon, egg, and cheese is higher. I just feel like that matters a lot. What mousepad is that? It's the Lamzu Energon, which is basically Lamzu's take on the Artisan Raiden. It's a super smooth, almost like soft, silky feeling pad. Pretty soft as well. And yeah, it's just fast, low friction. It's one of the only, like... I hope it stays this way, because there are durability issues on the standard Raiden, but just like one of the more promising pads. Best eSport Tiger mousepad? I forget the name because of their fucking, just the naming schemes, but definitely the Cordura one that I gave a very positive review of in my last review. Thank you for timing that person out. I just don't understand what goes through Gurwinder Singh's head to send that message so many times. Why are so many pros using 400 and 800 DPI? Because it ultimately doesn't matter. I do feel like, I don't know, I always did feel like 400 was worse than other options, but it just, like, it doesn't fucking matter. Yo, Sahar with the 15 something. That's such an interesting logo. What the fuck is that? What currency is that? Somebody let me know. But I appreciate 15 of them. Best mousepad for mouse feet health. Like opposite of hard pads or hybrid pads that eat mouse feet. Just like a standard cloth pad, I would say. You should really never... Like, you don't have to worry about it much at all. And just a standard smooth cloth pad. Like the Artisan Zero, Saturn Pro, GSR, just anything. Have you experienced any QC issues with the X2s? I've probably had more X2s at this point than anybody else, and on the earlier batches, I did have some of the click squeaking and grinding. If you watch my first X2 video, it was actually like a negative review, but since then, they have been pretty solid, especially the newer variations with the updated coatings have been all like super good. Anything over 600 is insane. That's what you think, and then you get to like 3200 and you're like, I could do 6400. I bought my DeathAdder V3 8K today because I can say that it is around the same as Viper 8K. I mean, that's kind of unfortunate, but I mean, I'll see how it feels with a Bungie solution. But yeah, I should be getting mine tomorrow now, so that's exciting. If you could choose, what price would you put the new Viper mouse at? I mean, the Viper Mini Signature Edition, I said in my review that like I feel like $230 for the bundle was the most that they could have charged, but that was like understanding the company's POV. I think it should have been $200, like realistically. How's the Energon? It's really good. It's surprising me. I wish it was a bit bigger vertically, but it's the closest we have seen to a Raiden clone. The stitching is super fucking impressive, especially for their first pad. It's not a crazy base, it's just standard SR foam, which is better in natural rubber, especially when you can keep the pad flat. I wish there were more mouse pads that were actually like enjoyable like this, but yeah, it's super smooth, consistent so far. Not really anything to say about it. Okay, 0.2 cents, here I come. Yeah, I've like in all the games I play, I use like low cents, but it doesn't really matter. It's the currency of Israel? Wait, was that a shekel? Wait, is that even the currency? Did I just say something racist? I don't know. I'm gonna move on from that. What mousepad was it? Sorry, it's called the Lamzu Energon. Shekel? It is a shekel? Oh shit. Shout out to Israel. Didn't you say you won't review mousepads? I mean, I just meant that in the way that most mousepads are boring as fuck and just like low effort clones, but this is the exact opposite of that, so it's something that's exciting, which is what got me into mousepad reviews with Artisan, basically. Do you think Razer actually made money on Viper Mini Wireless? No, not at all. They did fucking 1,300 units. They're doing that like... people calling it a money grab, it's like they just don't understand the amount of other products that Razer's making. So it's like it's totally just like a kind of a passion project, I guess, but it's still, I mean, at the price they sold it at, might as well just lose a lot of money on it. He won't only review mousepads. Yeah, basically. I mean, I won't review every single mousepad that drops. Thank you. Do you recommend it? If you're looking for something fast and smooth, similar to the Artisan Raiden, I do recommend it. It's not going to be like my #1 recommendation to people who are just looking for a standard balanced pad, but there's definitely a market for it. Yeah, it's just like it's a dope speed pad. Will DeathAdder be your first 8K bowling mouse? Nah, years ago I tried the Viper 8K Hertz, then I tried the M2K and the Atom Palm Hydrogen as well. And now my camera died. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I love how that happens every stream without fail. Oh shit, FedEx is here. I wonder if they have a package for me. Hold on, let me deactivate the camera. Is higher polling rate worth it? Over 1K really worth it? People ask that question a lot. I don't really know what it means by like worth it. If you have the option to get 4K hertz polling, go for it. It's gonna feel nicer, but it's not like a make or break difference. It shouldn't be like a big decision, like when you're getting a mouse, in my opinion. Send you a link to a power adapter for your camera if it dies on you. It's not, I don't know what the issue is. It's just an overheating issue. I don't think it has anything to do with like the actual camera dying, because it's just a wired connection. What the fuck is this stream, bro? Girls and sandwich reviews? I mean, I'm just like answering questions, but the bacon, egg, and cheese question is an essential, like it's a tell of character. Is 4K really system intensive? Not as system intensive as 8K, but you could notice some frame drops, or definitely like if you put it in the wrong USB port, or like early G-Wolves 4K firmware, like the implementation was kind of fucked up. I'll get 4K hertz when it's around $70. Yeah, it's totally fair waiting for the tech to get a bit cheaper. What's going on with SteelSeries in terms of mice? They just suck. There's not much more to it. Is it a Sony camera? It is. It's a Sony ZV-E10. Are they just like known for that? Because that's kind of what I noticed. Like, it was good at first, and then the more I use it, it dies faster, but maybe not. Maybe I'm schizophrenic. Is 4K that noticeable on 240 hertz? Yeah, it's something I was testing, and it was really bothering me with the motion clarity. But then when I went to 4K hertz, it was like ever so slightly better. So that's one thing I did notice with the 240 hertz. Hey, Boardsy, did you get the Razer DeathAdder V3 wired? Yeah, I literally just ordered it on stream, and you can see this fucking Amazon tab. Not going to press it because I will dox myself, but yeah, just literally just bought it. So I will be getting that tomorrow. HyperX looked cool until it said it has a 3335. That honestly did not look cool to me. It was depressing. I was like, wow, HyperX is never going to put out a good mouse. That's what that made me think. But yeah, 3335, like you said, probably going to be a fucking brick. I could not care less. I don't even know if I'm going to review it. Lamzu Mini or XM2 Wii? It really just comes down to shape. Like for fingertip, Lamzu Mini, but if I'm looking for something larger and more comfortable, definitely the XM2 Wii. I feel like the standard Atlantis and compares better to the XM2 Wii. Is 8K supported in Apex? It's just going to come down to your system, I believe. I've seen some people run 8K in Apex. But, I mean, isn't the frame rate pretty shit on Apex? I don't know how much you'll notice it. Which is better for tracking games, new Mousepad or normal LGG Venus? I'm probably more comfortable with the Venus, but, I mean, if you're just looking for a smooth, fast pad for tracking, you'll really like the Lamzu. There's a firmware update for older models, 6400, etc., which added a setting to ignore overheating until a higher temp. Yeah, and I've already activated that. So it's like, maybe I just have an issue with the heat in my room being like too high or something. Did you get the DeathAdder V3 faker? Nah, but I got the wired one. I just didn't feel like the faker was worth it for like 170. No polling dongle. How'd you get to making mouse content? You can literally see, like, going back on my channel, like my early videos. I would say the main video that got me into it was just my rant about the glorious Model O, and then from there just started reviewing more mice, and it really stuck. Yeah, that is true, Sergio. Are the Lamzu clicks light? They're Huano blue shell pink dots, so it's not going to be extremely light, but they're very light and spammable. Yeah. All mouse releases are delay simulator. True. Like, there's no way you're gonna find the Lamzu clicks heavy. How's the Lamzu charcoal coating versus other coatings? It's more dry. It's not a very rubberized or wet feeling coating, but it has a lot of grip to it. I like it a lot, but I saw Lamzu put out a statement basically saying that some people did not like their coating. You look like Connor McDavid, man, not gonna lie. That's a new one. I've never heard that before. Unboxing. Hello, man. Unfortunately, well, apparently, okay, no, it is going in a timeout. Unfortunately, cannot have the chat spam, but hello. What skates do you have on your pink GPX? I believe I still have... Oh, fuck. I'm showing the camera like I have my camera on. Actually, I can probably turn it back on now. Let's see. How hot is this thing? It's really fucking hot. It's kind of concerning. But, yeah, it is what it is. What's wrong with Artisan Zero Mid? This is my main mousepad for the last 4 years, and most of my friends said that using Zero Mid is not okay. I don't know why anybody would say it's not okay. Like, it's a fine pad. It's high quality. It's Artisan, obviously. It's just like... I don't know. I just find it worse than the other variants. Doesn't have quite the same level of control like that you get from the squishiness on the softer ones. But yeah, these skates... I don't know which company they're from, but they're a sample similar to just the other control mouse skates you can see on the Energon. Definitely the most controlled out of all of the mice I've glued on this pad. Why are they spamming? I don't know. I don't bother trying to think why people would spam in my chat, but God bless. You might have an issue with the dummy battery potentially. They can overheat also. Oh, that's very possible. Potentially a dummy battery issue. How's speed-wise the Energon compared to the Strider? It's gonna feel less controlled and just like it's a lighter, lower friction glide. Like the Strider's fast, but it's like rough and fast, and there's a lot of texture on the skates. The Energon's kind of the opposite of that. Shoe size 15. It's a curse. 14 in some shoes, like Air Force Ones, I can fit in 14, but like Yeezys, it's 16. It's shoe size is weird. How big a difference is Logitech Mousepad versus Artisan pads? It's a huge difference. You're gonna notice a lot of improvement with an Artisan pad. Please refrain from spamming in the chat. If only it was that easy. Lamzu Mini versus Sora. I got the Sora and I feel it's so fast compared to my GPX. I can't control it at all. My scores have went down in Kovacs and AimLab. Well, it is a much lighter and smaller mouse. Have you accounted for it by like lowering your sensitivity? How tall are you? And you wear a size 15? I'm like 6'1", which really doesn't make sense because there are like NBA players who are like 6'7", 6'8", and they're size 13. I'm just like, how does this make sense? Any insider info on Pulsar 2022 release dates? No. Aside from the Boardsy edition dropping March 17th. I wish I knew. Oh, wait, did I get... Holy shit, I almost just died. Because I'm so excited that my camera fixed. For the entire, like, until it died, it just wouldn't, like, actually focus up close. 6-1 gang, let's go. Shout out to 6-1 gang. Got Pulsar X Lite wireless for 60. Is that fire? I mean, it's a good deal for the X Lite. It's not a top mouse for me, but if you're on a budget, want a lightweight ergo, solid. Any clue when Pwnage coming out with their new mice? No. I would presume it's going to be an exorbitant amount of money, though. And I'm going to reach out to them, though, and get some info on that. Also, size 15, 6'1". Okay, maybe there's just a niche of size 15 wearers. Does Boardsy X2 have a different coating? Yeah, same one as the Bruce Lee editions. Grippier, way better than the standard, like, slippery feeling coatings on the normal versions. Which mouse has your favorite scroll wheel? That's a good question. Might be the DeathAdder V3, just because it's, like, so big and comfortable. Like, it's really one of the most comfortable scroll wheels, which is it's a weird thing to say. Is the IntelliMouse Pro usable for gaming? I'm pretty sure I reviewed one a few years ago, and it was just like, especially out of the box, I don't think it's any good. What's lacking with the X Lite V2? Coating, side buttons. They did address the weight balancing. Overall click feel just isn't great. Yeah, I would say those are main things. Dude, I'm 4'11". 4'11 is insane. Damn, Rip Rubin stream. Man, these people spamming, they don't learn. Maybe I should pin a message saying, please don't spam. Zowie question mark? Zowie mice? Or Zowie scroll wheels? Fuck no. But what is the Zowie question? Hope that one of the 8 colors of the new Superlight will have a glossy version. The Superlight is not going to have 8 colors, unfortunately. I doubt they will do glossy. Glossy mice seem to be a thing from the past. I have Superlight. Should I buy Pulsar X2? All caps. I don't know, man. I would recommend watching like reviews and coming at conclusions if you think it's going to be a better fit for you. But there might be a new Superlight coming soon. So I wouldn't recommend getting an X2 than just getting a Superlight in the future. Does the Air 58 wireless feel premium? Would you recommend? I mean, my shell certainly just has some issues because it's an old-ass Air 58 shell, but I did enjoy the feeling of the swap. And the actual like 4K wireless implementation feels sick. But yeah, I don't know if I would really recommend it, especially if the new Final Mouse coming, because it is like a low 60-gram mouse as well. Are you enjoying the LG OLED so far? Do you think it performs better in your old 390Hz in terms of how smooth and clear everything is? Like, in terms of the actual picture, yes, but when things get in motion, I think I prefer higher refresh rate 1080p. Like, I'm just not blown away by the OLED, and the motion clarity does not seem... Like, I'm just not impressed with it. Along with 240Hz, I think I'm going to try 1440p 360. See if that is actually the God monitor. When stream Apex Legends? I have no idea. Any reason to get Sora over Atlantis Mini? Not to me, really. Might be in the minority, but I love Zowie and Vaxi wheels. I mean, there are definitely some people, especially if you use them for a while, I see how you could like it. Yo, Brock with the $2. Appreciate that. Wait for the new G Pro X Lite or Lamzu. I would say Lamzu probably. But you could always wait for a G Pro. I don't have too firm of an answer on that, because the G Pro, you might have to wait a year, you might have to wait a month. People really don't know, but I would recommend Lamzu over the X Lite. What are your priorities in a monitor then? Really just like high refresh rate, I guess, is what it comes down to. I would say low motion like blur, but then people are just going to recommend the Zowie panel, and I just do not want to have a shitty like TN panel, regardless of how good the motion clarity is, just like as my main viewing monitor. But yeah, I think the 27-inch 360 1440p should be a sweet spot for me in a monitor. Just gotta control this one. Awesome. Do you ever have issues with light reflecting off your monitor? No, I don't. Like, just the way my situation's set up, that's not really an issue. What's your favorite fingertip mouse? It has to be like Starlight, followed by the X2 Mini probably. Have you considered OLED? I'm literally on an OLED panel right now, the LG OLED 1440p 240 hertz, and it's just like, it's not bad, like, especially for viewing and shit. It's sick. The brightness could definitely be brighter, and I have experienced some like bugs with the panel, but it's like really nice to look at. Why not 4K IPS? For one, 4K monitors like are generally like bigger, and yeah, I just don't know, like, would it be like 4K 240 hertz? Is that a thing? That's just, I don't care about that really. Wait, what am I? Great, good IPS with great motion clarity is XG 2431 from ViewSonic. Yeah, I saw a review on that one. I feel like around a year ago at this point. 360 hertz noticeable over 240. Yeah, like very noticeable. Are you the Fortnite guy? Like the YouTuber from a few years ago named the Fortnite guy? I'm not him, but I do play Fortnite. And I'm a guy. Are you going to get 400 hertz monitor one day? I heard there's like a 500 hertz one that got revealed at CES. I would like to get into monitors, but it just takes up so much space. They're so expensive. I just don't know if it's really worth it, rather than just getting a good monitor and just being good with that. LMAO, I forgot about that guy. That guy was crazy. Then he got into like NFT scams. I feel he's definitely still around there, because that guy's like a psychopath, a certified hustler. This gaming mouse discussion is based. I'm happy that you think that way. Wait, this is how long have I been live? 92 minutes. Appreciate everybody in the stream. Just sell it after review. I mean, I can just return it. In most cases. Well, I don't want to be the monitor returning guy, but I'm gonna return the LG one. Pop in to say I got an LG Saturn from Boardsy. I just ordered the LG Pro with code Boardsy. God bless. Hope to see you at the next Boardsy Fest this summer, July 8th, probably. Like, put an asterisk, but yeah. Hopefully you will win more than a Saturn. Targeted 29-gram carbon glass material, $33.95 sensor, mechanical switches, 4K dongle out of the box, targeted $200 price tag, releasing soon, no dates announced. Those are specs for the new Final Mouse. Seems whimsical. Yeah, there's a date too. I'll make time. Yeah, it's even more serious than last year, if you can believe that. Do you have a recommendation? I love my Poseidon shape, but it's too small. Try an X2 Mini, I would say. Fuck, have I already drank 3 of my water bottles? I'm like going insane. If I like the 10s medium, should I buy the X2 or the X2 Mini? I would still I'd still say the X2 Mini. Any site recommendations for mouse replacement parts? Like, what parts? Like encoders and switches, you can go to Mouse Club. I don't know if they still actually sell stuff, but switches you can get from Lethal Gaming Gear. Other stuff, I'm not really sure, out of the US. Well, AliExpress for sure. Boardsy Bully Pulsar into mass producing the zebra pad. I'm on it. Don't you worry. But yeah, it seems like. How many times do you pee a day? That's a good question. Quite a few. I'd say like over 10. How is Piranha Mousepad's build quality? I have to try their latest units, but I've still never been like wowed by a 3D printed mouse and thought it's like just like perfect or good build quality compared to standard units or like just standard plastic mice. Do you suggest mouse skates for a Superlight? I like BTL skates, Tiger Ice skates. I feel like those are best on the Superlight. Which skates do you recommend for SkyPad 3.0? Something thick like core pads. Core pad controls are good as well if you're looking for a bit more control. But just something thick PTFE really. Can you buy custom mouse wheels like keycaps? It really depends on the model. Most mice you can switch out the scroll wheel on. Is it worth it going from an Apex Pro TKL to a Wooting 68G? I mean, I did it, and I think the Wooting is like it's a better keyboard, but it's not necessary. Like the Apex Pro, it's still going to be, say, 95% as good. My boy needs a bottled water sponsor. I do, man. It's insane. I get like cases and cases of water a week. Some people say it's inefficient, but how else would I drink water? Skates for Starlight 12. I mean, people asking like skate recommendations for specific mice. It's pretty clear across the board. Tiger Ice, VTL, core pads, they're all going to be very good. It's not like one company just can't get down the fucking PTFE mold for a specific mouse. Do you already have kids? That did not say kids. Do you already have your HTX? I am losing my mind. No, I don't have my HTX. I don't know when I'm going to be getting it because the tracking number G-Wolf sent me does not exist. So I'm under the impression that I'm going to be getting one soon. Is the Wooting really noticeable? I mean, compared to the Apex Pro, it's not going to be... It's not a night and day difference, I would say. The rapid trigger and like strafe heavy games it could be, but for Fortnite it's like, I would say it's slightly better, but like slightly. I would love to be that water bottle. That is unhinged. What do you think about the Final Mouse Ultralight X? Just went over the specs. It seems good, especially if they actually keep it under 200 with everything that's planned. You ever try water flavoring? Don't. It slaps too hard. I will not be trying water flavoring. I don't know. I don't believe in that. I feel like that upsets the natural balance of bottled water. When does Viper Mini SE restock? I don't know. I would recommend signing up for noties on the Razer website, and that's probably your best bet. Maybe they'll announce it in advance, but yeah. I upgraded my Starlight skates from the stock to core pads, and I kind of regret it. Why? Is it worth it to wait for the black Lamzu Mini or just get the normal one? They just did a drop of the black one, so... is it out of stock now? I mean, you could just go with the normal one. It's not going to be... the difference doesn't really break the mouse, I wouldn't say. When Apex Legends stream? I don't know. I wouldn't set your calendar. What is your thoughts of Vaxie's new mic? I presume you mean mice, and what do you mean by new mice? The XE wireless, or have they actually released new ones? You don't need a gaming keyboard to be good at games. Change my mind? Well, if you're not using a gaming keyboard, what are you using? Like a membrane, a custom? You can be fine with a custom. But it's just like, why would you use a custom over a gaming keyboard? I'm happy that the custom keyboard hype seems to have slowed down. Did you ever notice keycap valve on the Apex Pro? Nah, I used it for years with like so many keycap sets. I just never cared. Would you recommend HyperX for your guys' mousepad? No. And Lamzu Atlantis Me for Valorant? That could be solid, but I would not recommend a HyperX for your guys. I would go for a Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn, or just really any other cloth pad over that. Can you tell a difference between a Huntsman Mini and the Wooting 60HE? It's really like, it's not, you can, but it's just not massive. Like, the difference is between like tenths of a millimeter. It's just not like when you're just slamming a key, it's not going to be a huge difference, but the wooting is going to be better. Thoughts on Crafted Mice? Is that his custom base, or is that... I've never tried anything from Crafted Mice. I don't think he fucks with me. I don't know why, though. Or if that's even the case. Yeah, I've seen their products. I don't know about just 3D printed mice, though. Have you tried the Spire Loke pad or any plans on it? Isn't that the Cordura one, their new pad? I'd like to check it out. I just don't, like, can you buy it right now? Is it on their website? I'm just not really going out of my way to review mouse pads right now, unfortunately. Are you done with the Viper Mini? No, I'd say it's the mouse I'm still putting the most use on with the glass skates and just wanting to get a long-term review on it. Definitely still using that, but also the XM2 Wii to review. Atlantis Mini, fucking my mouse. Gonna be getting the DeathAdder V3 wired tomorrow. Have you watched The Boys? Yeah, it's actually the only show I've watched, like, in the past few years. Like, I don't watch any TV shows, but I just watched that a few months ago for some reason. Is wooting noticeable? No, it's not going to be, like, significantly noticeably faster. I think IKEA tabletop coating is a based mouse pad. I think it's the #1 pad. Just throw some pledge on it. Crafted base is a scam. $40 base has $20 shipping and is low quality print. Is it, like, actually affected by the low quality print? Like, are the tolerances off? How come you changed to 3200 DPI? When I started using my 4K polling, it just feels better on higher DPIs, and I just never bothered switching back for when I, like, switched to other mice. What's the closest mouse to the last legend? Like, to a standard Starlight? I mean, if you're looking for a medium-sized one, the Viper V2 Pro is pretty close. The small, it's not identical, but the X2 Mini is a decent option. Try Asus keyboards with their new optical switches. I tried the keyboard that they sent me alongside the Harp Ace, and it was mechanical, and it was just like, it wasn't really impressive to me. Also, Razer sent me the Black Widow V4 Pro. I'm pretty sure it was an accident, because it didn't have my name on the label, but it had my address, and it was a keyboard from Razer, so maybe I'll review that. It's too fucking big, though. It's like literally a mothership, so I don't know what to do with that. Why not drink water from the faucet? It just tastes metallic and dirty. Would you say wait for the XM2W or snag an XM2W? Definitely get an XM2W. Waiting for an XM2W is like just torturing yourself. There is no reason to do that. And I don't even think it's going to be better. It's not even coming with 4K hertz, so it's like, what's the point of it? Get a water filter? I don't know, man. It's gonna take a lot to get me off of bottled water. Elmo, XM2W doesn't exist? Yeah, it's like Endgame Gear. It's like, okay, we have a wireless mouse out now. Everybody can just forget about that. Wait for the XM2 Mini. Trollface. What's the easiest mice to put Viper V2 internals in? I don't think it's especially easy on any. That's why I said, like, I don't know what's going on inside in my review. Like, he has to do a lot of, like, cutting shit up, like, drilling. It's not, like, an easy mod to DIY, but maybe there will be some tutorials on it. Do you know anything about the Final Mouse Ultralight X other than that it's coming? Yeah, wait, are you still here? Mudkips? I don't fucking know your new name. Mizu, can you put the specs for the Final Mouse back in the chat? Because, yeah, basically a lot of the specs are confirmed about it. Is the Ultralight X going to be low stock? I know they said it was their goal to, like, have consistent stock of it, but it just seems like easier said than done. You should buy a school water fountain. That's a good idea. Just have it, like, right next to me on stream. It's a crazy idea. Wait, Mudkips and Mizu are the same guy? To my knowledge, yes. Evian backwards is naive. What's pulling spring backwards? Based? I got an X2 Mini. Do you think Lamzu Mini is an upgrade? I don't think it's a necessary mouse upgrade, really. Especially if you're already fine with the standard X2 shape. I'd say Saturn Pro is worth a try, definitely. I don't know who that was in response to. Oh yeah, replace my Ryzen 0 because it's worn out. Should I rebuy it, or do you have other recommendations? I mean, Saturn Pro, but it's a bit of a wait because they aren't expected until, like, June. So if you already have a worn out Ryzen 0, you could just go with another one. What do you think about President Gaming memes? I mean, they were, like, funny the first few times, but I feel like it's going to get pretty overplayed. But pretty based. What's up, Boardsy? Do you know a difference between soft and Xsoft Saturn Pro? I mean, same as the difference between a soft and Xsoft Artisan mousepad. It's just literally the foam is going to be squishier on the Xsoft variant. It's going to be a bit firmer on the soft. Still going to be plushy though. Not too much of a difference. Is your hairstyle mostly determined by how comfortable it is with your headphones on? I just don't tend too much to my hair. I kind of just let it be. Targeted, yes, those are the specs for the final mouse, whoever asked about them. What's up, Bino? How's it going? DeathAdder V3 wired review. Yes, I literally ordered it on stream like 20-30 minutes ago, and it's going to be coming tomorrow. Shout out to Amazon. So, yeah, it should be. I mean, I honestly probably don't even need to test that like extensively to make a review on it. I would say review next week is very likely. Damn, lots of reviews next week. We got fucking Lamzu Energon Pad, XM2 Wii, DeathAdder V3 wired, probably some other shit. Let's go. Getting back on the review grind set. What's up, American Martaz? Do I have side flex? Oh, I presume that means you. Do you have side flex on Atlantis Mini and OG? No. How's Lamzu's mousepad? It's really good. It's like a Raiden clone. So it's like a super soft, silky texture, fast, all around. Fuck, it should not be. Wait, let's see if it's waterproof. Just realized, I have no idea. Wow, and it looks waterproof as well. Can this thing get any better? Are you hyped about the wireless NPO1S? Yeah, absolutely. Dying for a red version of the ES2? That seems realistic down the line. What mouse sent you down the rabbit hole? The glorious Model O being so bad was what sent me down the rabbit hole. I wouldn't say that's true though. Like, what really got me into like enthusiast grade mice was probably the Ultralight 2 from Final Mouse. Spread it? Why would I spread it? There's no point of testing like the waterproofness is its ability to not absorb it. I'm not gonna press it in. Gotta let it rest. I remember Boardsy shitting on Glorious era. Then it just became like not reviewing Glorious products era. It's crazy what happened. Just gave the Lamzu pad some good water. True, I should water my cactus as well. Actually, no, cactus is looking beautiful. Glorious has always been shit, low key. Yeah, they've never made like a product that was impressive. I don't know what they're doing in terms of like new shit either. Is Superlight still your go-to? Nah, it's definitely not close to the mouse I'm putting number one, like the most time on anymore. But that's just because like I don't really need to. There's new shit to test. Superlight, still the Superlight, you know. But when there's a new one, gonna get back on the Superlight grind set. What's so bad about the glorious Model O? My friend strongly disagrees when you trash his mouse. I mean, he should just watch my reviews of them. There's nothing good about Glorious. There's nothing about Glorious that outdoes the competition. They've always just been like a cheaper, alright version of like gaming mice. Never had quality control down. And it was like offensively bad on some of their early mice. Mouse tier list soon? Yes. Like within, not the next week, but within 2 weeks. It should be like early mid-March. Thoughts on G-Wolves HTX? It looks interesting. Gonna be getting it. It seems great for fingertip, but I just don't know where my review is. I'm being like persecuted. There's like some conspiracy against me to not get me my review units. Is there a crazy expensive mousepad that would be better in an Artisan Zero? Not in my opinion. There is the X10 Control, Japanese company called X10, but it's just, in my opinion, it's not better. But you can watch our review on it. It's the only more expensive mouse cloth pad I can think of. What's the best mouse for big hands? I would say DeathAdder V3. Wow, look at the water just went into the pad, and it's no longer an issue. Wow, the glide is slower in the watered area. Note that down, people. What do you consider medium-sized hands? I would say anything between like 17, 19 cm long and like 7 and 8.5 cm wide. Wait, no. I actually have no idea what I consider medium with hands. Do you think most Razer mice suck? Like if you consider like all of their mouse lines, I would say most of them probably are bad for gaming, but they're gaming focused mice like the V2 Pro, DeathAdder V3 Pro, even Viper Mini Signature Edition, standard Viper Mini, AK wired mice, like those don't suck. Was the Atlantis OG you gave me the one you reviewed with 125k views? It would be that mouse, man. 8 to 10 cm for medium hands, yeah. Does budget and high-end sensors have real-life difference at gaming under 200 DPI? Definitely. I mean, especially depending on what you consider a budget sensor. Like, you are going to be able to notice a difference in the implementation between a 3335 and a 3395. Presuming it's a well-implemented 3395. What are you using right now? Right now it's the XM2 Wii. That is just what I have plugged in and I am controlling the stream with. It's a lovely mouse. Review on it coming real soon. Just solid from endgame gear. Just ordered myself an Atlantis Mini Black a few days ago. So excited. Let's go. Has your dog grown? Yeah, he has. He's grown every day. It's crazy. He's becoming a man in front of my very own eyes. I hear other reviewers say that the RJ and mouse makes them perform the best, but it's really uncomfortable. If you would release a lighter version, would it be a best mouse? Probably not. I don't know how much of that is just like actually people thinking that it's like allowing aim potential versus placebo of it just being a unique shape and thinking that's like making you better. I don't know. I never noticed it though. Do you think DeathAdder V3 Pro is obsolete now that the DeathAdder wired is out? No, definitely not. Because a wired mouse with an iffy cable, I don't know if that appeals to the same market as people who just want like a premium wireless mouse. But yeah, it's definitely better value if you're concerned about that. 3389 Uflix. I mean, 3359 isn't too common. How is the Lamzu mousepad? Which pad is closest? It's close to the Raiden. It's like really close all around. In terms of texture, just like friction levels. I just hope it stays consistent. Stitching is really good. Base is solid. It's like nothing really concerning. Dog at Boardsy Fest? I don't know. Like, ideally, yes. But I'm like so paranoid. What if somebody yoinks my dog? Can't have that happening. Will there be a review of the wired DeathAdder V3? Yeah, I literally ordered one on this stream, so it will be coming tomorrow. That's fucked if they did. It is indeed fucked if somebody steals my dog. But nah, I just feel like I would just be worried about like the status of my dog the entire time. Show us the Boardsy Fest stamp. Good idea, good idea. I'm gonna stamp myself. Okay, how do we do this again? Fuck. Like actually, brain dead. Okay. That should have restamped it. Imagine stealing a dog. That would be crazy, but I mean, I live in a place where I've had people try to dog jack me. So, I don't know, you just can't have anything. Can't not account for anything. Okay, wait, fuck. It does not have ink. That is unfortunate. Hold on. Did your Raiden develop slow spots? My Raiden mid did, and I don't think I used the Raiden soft enough to really... Or the Raiden X soft enough to really wear it down, so that hasn't. Do you think there will be more cheap wireless mice, $60 or less? With premium specs, I'm not sure. Okay, hopefully. Best hand warmers? I have no idea, man. Is the XM2 Wii going to be on Amazon? I don't know. Again, I would recommend asking Endgame Gear that. Why aren't you so high on the XE? It's really just like the shape. Just the shape and in-hand feel compared to smaller mice. I don't know. And even just mice like the XM2 Wii, I prefer that over the XE. But I see why the XE is so popular. I'm not sure if 4K dongle for DeathAdder V3 is worth it if I use a 270 Hz. Why wouldn't it be? Have you seen the new X-Rite MA series? No. What's that? Is that Mousepad? That is interesting to me because I had no idea. Someone tries to steal a dog, they need to rethink their life. I've had people try to buy my dog as well. It's just some weird shit. People just want other people's dogs. That's not how a dog works. Can I see a size comparison of the GPX and the Atlantis Mini? Sure. New York, baby? Yeah. Especially, I mean, just the objective truth is that I've only had Spanish men try to buy my dog in my lifetime. I've had many instances of it, so I don't know what that comes down to, but an interesting fact nonetheless. Glavnoggin, what's up, man? Smoking a vape. Love to hear that. Have you seen the Pulsefire Warp from HyperX? Yes. It's really, like, it's offensively bad. I don't know why they are releasing that at this point in time, but I guess they feel a need. Fuck, does the stamp have ink now? No. Dude, I cannot figure out how to work this stamp. Okay, I think I worked it. Maybe your dog speaks Spanish and was asking for help. Maybe. Maybe they want to take him away from me. Probably breeders. I doubt it. Since you guys are all about sensors, I'm using trackball. No way you're using a trackball sensor in this day and age. Okay, now I finally got the stamp re-inked. And now, after all this time, oh my god, look at the cleanness of that stamp. That's a beautiful stamp. I would come to an event to get this stamp alone. That, I am actually fucking impressed. I wish, wow. That's like a tattoo. That's a 10 of 10 stamp. You gotta, if you have not pressed the like button on the stream by now, you literally have to. Wait, how do I get the cap back on? Okay, that was beautiful. W stamp, appreciate that. Try to find a mouse that's similar to a Zowie S2. What recommendations do you have? In terms of wireless mice, there's really nothing that like holds up directly to the X2 or to the S2 in terms of shape. There's a top 5 soldier tracer player that plays with a trackball. No way. What's his name? Should check that out because that's just insane. Like tracer with a trackball. How is the HDR in your OLED monitor? I actually use it with like my PS5 and it looks really nice with that, but on PC I was not too impressed with the OLED, but I don't play like any story games. Do you recommend, what do you recommend for testing the HDR? Doesn't the Fnatic Bolt exist? Not exact S2 replica. I mean, it's similar to the S2, but it's not like a one-to-one shape comparison. It's like kind of a morph like mix. Can I link something? I have no problem with it, but I don't know if if YouTube will actually allow the link in the stream. Does your dog do well with cats? I don't think he's ever met one. The puppy, at least. What's better in G Pro Superlight? If you have one, it's a perfectly fine mouse. But if you're looking, there are lots of options. I mean, basically anything on my desk could be argued is better in the Superlight. Yeah, no, Slime. Like, I don't have a problem. I just, like, literally don't know if YouTube allows links to be sent in the chat. I don't think they do. The Atlantis clicks are so much better in my old Viper Mini. That makes sense, especially $20 mouse. You put years of use on it. It's probably going to wear down a bit. HCX review coming? Man, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Just send a space in the link? True. That's a good idea. Best side buttons for Fortnite? That's a great question. Top of my head is just like Razer DeathAdder V3 Pro. Upgrade Lemonade, shout out to him. Are you gonna make a Mousepad review? Yeah, that might be my next video. I'm not sure which I'm gonna make first, XM2 Wii or Mousepad. Which do you guys want to see? One for Mousepad, 2 for XM2 Wii, and then the subjective number that I see more is going to be the first video. Wait, what? Make ES2? That will come. Okay, wait. Which was one? One was the Mousepad, and 2 was the XM2 Wii. I'm seeing a lot more ones, so just gonna go with the Mousepad, I guess. Damn, did I miss the XM2 Wii party? Do people not care about this thing anymore? Opinion on Pulsefire Haste Wireless? Just not worth it. I mean, it's like a budget mouse, but I just would not recommend buying it. The Haste 2 is going to come out with a $33.95, be budget friendly as well. Seems interesting, but it's just like, it's not going to break the market. Corsair Scimitar? I swear I remember that from like 4 years ago. I doubt it's that crazy at this point. Is any rate over 1000 hertz worth it on 144 hertz monitor? Nah, your priority should be getting a higher hertz monitor, not higher hertz polling. It's a good question, though. What's your opinion on the G-Wolves HTX 4K? I wish I had one. That's my opinion on it. Did the link go through? I don't think it did. You can send me it on Discord. Just send it in my Discord and tag me. Would you recommend getting the Starlight Pro compared to other mice? I wouldn't recommend paying like a premium for a Starlight Pro. Is the 3370 considered premium? No, I'd say it's just like a standard sensor. Like it should, yeah. Rocket Jump Ninja Goat Crown emoji. I could not agree more, man. You tried cryo mods? Yeah, I tried cryo mods like back in 2020 or something. But I haven't tried any of his recent work. I was gonna get a mouse Cerakoted, and then I don't know why, but it just fell through. How's the HTX initial impressions? Man, that is so troll. Do you still use it myself? Do I still use what myself? The Starlight? Sometimes for testing, but it's not my main. Your Zebra Pad getting released on the 17th? No, I still don't know what's happening with the Zebra Pad, but so many people have asked me, like, if it's gonna be produced. I'm just gonna like see what the move is. But yeah, 17th is just gonna be the mouse for now. Boardsy looking halal 2 streams in a row. Proud of you, brother. Mashallah. Let's go, man. Always happy to look halal and be halal. Live halal, not haram. HTX software is awful, really? Yeah, I had some like issues with the mouse not detecting with my HTS Plus Classic, but then it fixed. What mousepad is best to combo with a Pulsar X2? I always like the Saturn Pro, personally, but you can really use anything. Honestly, GPZ1 is the worst mousepad I've tried. Yeah, I was not too kind to that pad when I reviewed it. It was pretty bad, in all honesty. I was like, why is this expensive? Extrafy RJ and X Boardsy collab waiting room? Hopefully you don't have to wait too long. Hopefully Rocket Jump Ninja follows me back on Twitter, and then we can get to discussing ideas. What channel do I post a link on Discord? I just, like, fucking Mouse Talk, just tag me or something. Just anyone. Which headset to use? Biodynamic DT990s. Which HTX are you getting? Holes or no holes? 4K or 1K, man? I don't know. I literally, G-Wolf sent me a tracking number, and it's like an invalid tracking number. So I don't even know, like, if I'm getting a package. Hopefully I am, but I have no clue, like, which it's actually going to be. Why did RJ unblock you? He's unblocked me now for a few years, but it was just because I trolled him. 4K Hertz not really worth it if you're a C+ player. That's a great copy pasta. That guy was mad. Logitech X Boardsy collab when? That's the dream collab. I feel like Razer would be much more attainable than Logitech since I already have a like relationship with them, but I don't know. I don't think they would really gain much from doing that. I feel like I would gain a lot more. Joe's be taking 90 years to ship. I'm experiencing it firsthand. I'm down to my last water bottle, and you guys know what that means. That means the stream is not ending, but it's coming to a close. Call a lot of people C+ players. That's a good term. I'm gonna start saying that. Poland Spring Water S tier, beyond S tier. It's even better than the seal of approval tier. Love these lives. I appreciate that. Yeah, I enjoy doing them a lot. At least like once a week on the Saturdays. Pretty dope. But yeah, I can't like streaming every day would definitely make it a bit crazy. Especially considering my chat. Shot wireless Air 58 you had in that one vid just for you, man. Oh, fucking... Actually, wait. Where is it? I actually have no idea where it is. I was just looking around. You might wonder, how do I post the video yesterday and not know where it is? I put it in my box of 3D printed and modded mice that I don't have dongles for. And I don't know where I put that box. Pulsar designs are so hot. It is pretty cool. Fucking... I like that it forced... For some reason, this new design, like, forced them to put on the new coating, which is based. Endgame gear, NPC still hold up today as a speed pad? It definitely does. It just... I don't think it's really made many quality improvements over time. What would be a good upgrade from the X-Lite V2? Ergo Shape has ruined GPX for me. Dude, the most simple upgrade is the DeathAdder V3 Pro for you. It's like, if you enjoy the X-Lite, you're going to love that. Is that Poland Spring? Is it ever? If I'm drinking water, it's Poland Spring. And the day it's not is the day that you guys have lost me. Tell Pulsar to swap the blue shell pink dot to transparent ones. I honestly don't think it's like really that much of a difference. Like I click the blue shell pink dots on this and then on the Atlantis Mini, and it's like there is a somewhat like a sharper sound. I don't know if you can hear it on the Atlantis Mini, but I would say like the overall feeling is a bit more crisp. Like I prefer the click feel slightly on my own mouse. I don't know if that is just hashtag bias or what. Damn, Poland's gonna run out of water. They are drinking it all. Favorite FPS right now and why? Let me look at my desktop, see if I have anything I would consider a favorite. I don't think I do. I play Fortnite because it's all I know. I'm like a child who was raised to be a chess prodigy, and they get to an age and they're like, why am I playing chess? You know, it's kind of like that's how I am with Fortnite, but I'm not a prodigy and I don't enjoy it. But it's awesome. At that point, it's just plastic acoustics, basically, man. DeathAdder V3 costs a lung and a kidney in Canada. I guess I'll start saving up. Well, you can get the wired one unless you want to stay wireless, but the wired one is kind of the move if you're on a budget. What do you think of the Glorious Series 1 Pro? Watch my review. I mean, it's a good mouse, but they're not making any more of it. It's not worth buying secondhand. It's kind of just like meh. I don't enjoy it, but it's awesome. You know how it is. I'm tired of the FPS era. See, I'm not. I wish there was a good FPS. If you're saying like you're tired of the current market, I agree with that. Top 5 best mouse under 100 to 130 price range. I would just recommend like watching a list video I've made on mice for a better answer than that. I could bust out like a 10-minute answer going over like fucking mice in that range. Are wired mice generally just better sub 100? I would say like $80-$90 wireless mice are perfectly like solid now, but yeah, you can get a good quality wired mouse for like 60-70 that literally aside from the wire will feel the same as a $150 wireless offering. I have a question. I have extreme claw grip. I'm running the GPX Superlight, but it feels a bit weird. What do you mean? Like, what's weird about it? Do you wish it was higher profile or lower profile in the back? So if you want something like flat, maybe a Viper V2 Pro, but if you want something with like more presence in the back, try like a XM2. Would you say Atlantis Charcoal's black coating is similar to GPX? Nah, not at all. It's like a really dry coating, and the Superlight is very rubberized and wet feeling. Does the Lamzu Energon still have good stopping power? It's not going to be comparable to something like a Saturn or just a Zero, a cloth pad in that way, but it's not as low friction and no stopping power as a glass pad. So it's somewhere in between, I would say. You can definitely still get stopping power on it, but it's a fast pad. So how do people coat mice? It's like you kind of like have to bake them on, as far as I know. And are there good DIY coatings? Not really. I mean, if you like paint a mouse, you can put on clear coat, but I don't think that's like, I don't know. Yeah, more high because G Pro feels too small or too flat. Okay. Yeah, you could try like an XM2. It has a higher profile hump in the back. You can see a little shape comparison, but maybe a DeathAdder V3. Maybe you're looking for an ergo mouse. What grocery store do you like? I just go to like just local grocery stores. Not really not any big chain that I prefer. Not any Whole Foods near me. Heard good things about that though. What's up, Guadalupe? How's it going? Thoughts on Apex Pro TKL 2023? It's a good Apex Pro variant. I don't know if I would recommend it over the standard TKL that seems to always be on sale for like 120 as like 120 on sale. So I just kind of recommend that over 2023, but yeah, it's solid. Still main the Saturn Pro. Yeah, I had been using glass pads, and then I got the Lamzu Energon and the Pulsar cloth pad, but I would say Saturn Pro is still like, if I had to pick one pad, it would be that. I was going to make a video about like why the Saturn Pro isn't in stock and shit, and about the pre-order, called like the best mouse pad you can't buy, but then I was like, it doesn't make sense to talk about the Saturn Pro before I even review these fucking new pads that I gotta review, so might still make that video at some point. And I heard that there will be Saturn Pro samples in like a month. So I might have a full review of the updated version then. Got that keyboard for Christmas and it's fire. Let's go, man. How is the Saturn Pro better than the Artisans? It really depends what you're looking for. Like for me, the 500 by 500 size is a lot better. The not having a hair issue with the Artisan Zero is better, but if you're looking for like a mid pad, obviously you can't get that with the Saturn Pro, but Xsoft Soft, it's just like an improved clone basically. Any good Starlight Medium clones? The Viper V2 Pro is a really, really close shape. I don't have a medium Starlight on my desk, so I hope the small will do. You can just imagine the mouse being a bit larger. It's like actually similar profile, as you can see. Which one has a more centralized hump? XE Haste or XM2? I would say the XE. Good deal. Buy the Starlight Pro for $250 total this year. I would say you could get the same mouse experience for a lower price and just wait for the new Starlights, which are supposed to be $200 and just improved in basically every way. Do mouse munchies make a big difference? If you have a wired mouse, yeah, you need some type of cable solution. Damn, no way. Drain Gang logo? Yeah, you need a mouse bungee as a drainer, especially. Is there less grinding feeling on Pulsar GlassPad than SkyPad 3.0? What do you mean grinding feeling? Like from specks of dust and shit, or just like the actual glide? So I don't really notice grinding on either. Regarding the Pwnage Stormbreaker, I'm going to be reviewing it whenever samples come out, but the thing looks like a cheese grater. It's like not too impressive aesthetically. Are you going to review the HTX? Yes, I am. I wish I could get one, but I'm having trouble acquiring one. So Venus is the Heian competitor. The Mercury is the Heian competitor, but the Venus is like, it's a similar style of pad, but it just doesn't feel the exact same. The Venus is lighter textured. I would say it's like even faster of a glide. What is that tattoo? It's not a tattoo. It's a sticker that says "I survived Boardsy Fest." It is for my event this summer. Somebody just wanted me to show off the stamp. It's a stamp, not a sticker. I'm pretty sure I just said sticker. It would be a dope tattoo though. A tattoo on my mouse reviewing hand. That is worth like tens of thousands of dollars. What would your ideal FPS game look like? You know, game modes, characters. Damn, Crunker Free for All or like Rats Instagive is pretty close to what I'm looking for in a game. Just like no downtime, super like ADHD friendly, lots of raw aim. And you would think I'm like describing Quake, but the fourth factor I want is the game to be alive. So an actual player base. So yeah, basically that's all I need in a game. And Fortnite's fine. Just everything Fortnite has is dope. Custom keyboards are just a cash grab. I agree. Custom keyboards, pretty unimpressive. I do have one really nice one though that was gifted to me. And it's like, yeah, if you put in like hours of labor, you can have a nice sounding keyboard, but it's just like, I don't know if that's really worth it. Overwatch? Oh yeah, that's another thing I need. No teams. I just don't enjoy... The Overwatch ranked was super bleak when I tried it. Overwatch 2. Just like the amount of games you had to win to rank up or to even see a rank change. But apparently they got rid of that, and I don't know. Overwatch just is not... Overwatch and Valorant just don't appeal to me. Which is a shame, because if they did, I'd have a lot easier time making gaming content. Difference between HSK Plus and Pro? It's a different shape. Basically different everything. Watch my HSK Pro review. Seen Rock Talon Air? I think I've heard of it, but... They just make pretty similar mice to Pwnage and shit, if I recall correctly. Should I switch my keyboard to a GMK2 or a Huntsman Mini or something? I would say Huntsman Mini is a good option. Apex is the best FPS game? I understand how people think that. I haven't really ever, like, given it a full commitment. But, yeah. Seems like one of the better BRs out. Viper Mini or Pulsar Haste for claw grip? I would say... Viper Mini. Are you going to get the File Mouse centerpiece? Yes. I should be getting a review unit, but I also do have like 5 access codes that I want to give away for the centerpiece. Cool, but what about the Glory Series 1 Pro? Man, I just answered. It's like Viper Mini clone, not worth buying, because it's just not worth buying on aftermarket. They don't make them anymore. Not really. It was solid, but just not crazy impressive. It's great until you realize it's a BR. Yeah. Have you ever heard of the 8K Hertz keyboard, Corsair K65 Mini? I have that keyboard. I just never reviewed it because it had just the most awful feeling switches, and I was like, wow, this thing's just dirt. I don't know why. Like, at one point, I just stopped reviewing products that I just find bad instead of making videos shitting on them. I don't know when that shift happened, but actually, like, in theory, I should just make a negative review of that. But I just, like, returned it, I'm pretty sure. Let's squad up for COD ranked. Is that on, like, MW2? I heard they added a ranked mode. I saw some tweet that was like, ranked is way better than Warzone 2. I was like, what the fuck is that? Quake. I mean, man, if Quake was alive, I'd probably be running up Quake. What switches do you use for gaming? I use the Wooting Lecker switches mainly. Bro, can we get you a Hydro Flask or an Nalgene water bottle? I have tried Hydro Flask before, but I just don't drink as much water. It's hard to understand. Like, I drink so much bottled plastic water. It's impossible to drink that much out of anything else besides multiple bottles. It's bizarre. The original version was the X Soft Toasty, and the soft is a bit firmer, but not going to be firm by any means. Damn, I've been live for 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's a long time. Is Wooting actually that good? I mean, it's good enough to be my main gaming keyboard. And I really have tried everything, every option in the gaming keyboard market. A lot of them at the top are basically the same, but I picked the Wooting for a reason. You think there's a new Super Late in 2023? I sure hope. LTT water bottle? No. Hydro Flask is so expensive for what it is. It is, but it's just like, I don't know. Seems overhyped. Drinking out of plastic bottles is just a different vibe. True. It's like smoking cigarettes. It's just a vibe. What's the mouse behind with black and white stripes? It is the Pulsar X2 Boardsy Edition. It has Huano blue shell pink dot switches, updated coating, seal of approval on the bottom, and they are numbered as well. There are 3,000 units being sold, which is pretty dope. Apex Pro TKL is 120. Oh yeah, I think that makes it a better value than the Wooting. Yeah, it's just a collab with Pulsar. People ask why it has a zebra design. Because of Zebra Gang. PC specs, 3080 Ti. Literally don't know what CPU you have. Some insane RAM though. Is it pricier? No, it's $95 like the standard versions. What's a bad take you had that you went back on later? That's a good question. Probably just like glass skates in general. But it wasn't really, at the time it didn't seem like a bad take. But that is just a classic. You gotta test a product for months on end before you notice the issues. Do you play R6? No, not at all. Not an R6 bloke. Logitech G Pro, good mouse in terms of esports. Of course, it is perfectly fine for esports. How good are the optical switches in the Bruce Lee edition? I mean, it's a good implementation. I would recommend watching my review of the Bruce Lee edition for a more detailed review of them. Want to upgrade to a bigger mouse than the Super Light? What do you think? DeathAdder V3 Pro, if you want to go ergo. Asus ROG Harp Ace is kind of similar. Do you use IEMs? No, I hate IEMs. I'm a certified IEM hater. Off topic, what's a good high hertz monitor? I'm going to be getting the Asus 1440p 360 Hz soon. The Fire Legend 390 Hz is good for the price, 1080p. But yeah, I think those are like pretty good. Presuming you mean like 360 plus is high hertz. Why do you like DeathAdder V3 more than the V2 Viper? Literally just the shape and just the feel in hand. And like the side button positioning is nicer. Just everything about it feels really dope. Try Truth or Hexa, it might change your mind. It won't. I could literally hear like a choir of angels singing out of IEMs versus like just garbage in biodynamics, and I would just prefer that. Like, I don't know, it's just the feel of IEMs. I can't shake it. New mousepad? Yeah, it's the Lamzu Energon. Should be my next review. I asked people to vote on which one they would prefer, and people picked Lamzu Energon over the XM2 Wii, so review maybe tomorrow. Honestly, does not take much to make a mousepad review, so should be dropping then. You tried Tiny Jules Wireless HSK Pro? Yes, I did make a review of it. Can you go back to 1080 now? You tried 1440? Yeah, for sure. It's not it's not night and day. I would say OLED versus like a shitty panel, that's pretty night and day, but 1440p in game, I don't think it's like that much better than 1080, but maybe if I go back, I'll be wrong. But yeah, I think that is going to be all for this stream. My voice is getting raspy. I'm running out of water. I'm tiring myself out physically, but it's all okay because I provide quality entertainment through the stream. But yeah, review of the Mousepad XM2 Wii coming soon. Should be getting the wired DeathAdder soon. Appreciate everybody who stopped by. Appreciate everybody who super chatted, making me a gorillionaire. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a blessed rest of your Saturday. And yeah, peace out.